3, 2. Hey everyone, we are live. What is up? Back again. Since I'm super slow building Lego, I am still building this Sonic set. And then Dragon, of course, is building. I say, of course. It's a new new set. The Monkey Kid spaceship. Of course, he's building Monkey Kid. So should be a pretty awesome stream. I should finish this up this time around. And Animation Central Kids, thanks for coming. Says that's amazing, but it's super hard to build with all the 1x1s. Yeah, I was struggling last time, that's for sure. Wiley Spadino, thanks for coming. Copper, thanks for coming. Good to see all you guys. Copper says with a brick separator, supposedly it's easier to place stickers. I'll have to try that out.
I assume because putting it on the very end makes it so that you don't mar the rest of the sticker potentially. Would you like to elaborate on that, Copper?
I wonder if it's like, I don't know. Darkroom 96, hey man, thanks for coming. What is up? Oh, there's the instructions. Whew. That would have been.
Oh no. This is how Portal gets beaten by Dragon, because he forgot the instructions.
For a moment there, I was like, oh shoot, where'd they go? And then I'm like, you know what? I put them in the box. Boom, there's the stickers. And V says, yeah, elaborate on that, Copper. He's probably just still getting in, but I'll have to ask him when he gets here. Boom, lucky bag number 5. 2, oh, one more bag after this. Boom, I will finish in this stream. I don't know how it thinks I'm only like halfway done with 5 out of 7 bags, but
the last bag is just really a doozy.
It's actually, the last one does have 2 bags, so there's that.
Right, we got the MacGuffin for this set, this nice lime ghost green ring thing.
Oh, so cool. I love that piece.
Heck yeah.
We got A&V with hashtag sheer safety matters, of course. Totally agree.
Of course.
We got Darkroom 90. Yeah, you go.
In this case, sheer safety doesn't matter because if I cut off a finger, Portal gets charged with robbing a bank. So, you know, some sacrifices need to be made.
Look, I'm just saying, it would be good for views as well. There is that side of it. Maybe I'm a horrible person for thinking that, but it would be good for views. It'd be bad for a dragon's finger.
I'm so happy. I cleared out my desk so that I can actually set my arm down while I was building because the entire 2-hour stream, my right arm was just like constantly above the table. So now I'm not going to be sore as heck.
Hey, that's good. Oh man, I've already messed up.
Oh no. This folks, this is why I'm faster. It's because I'm precise half the time. And Portal is precise a quarter of the time. So the difference makes itself up. Oh shoot, that's right. That's why I was hovering, because it had better camera view when I was.
Darkroom says, yo, when's the results for our contest? The final day to enter is tomorrow. So then if we stream it within like 5 days of that, if we don't stream it, like within a couple days. So it all just kind of depends.
Depends on how we want to do it. We'll see.
Exactly.
I think streaming is what a lot of people have been talking about, but streaming involves us going through it once, figuring out like the winners, and then going through it again on stream and prepping for that stream.
Yeah, as long as I can figure out how to share the videos, though, I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And also, we would need to figure out where the copyright music was, too, beforehand as well.
Oh, good point. We'd have to be like, oh, yeah, gotta mute these. Brick by Motion says, hello, thanks for coming. A&V says, I was in my room when I looked out my window and saw Dragon with his shears. Now there's a scary image. Roasted Bricks Animation says, sup.
What is up?
What is up? What were you saying about the shears?
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I just have a gardening side business. I forgot to mention this. This was in the other set, but this is also that Monkey Kid cloud piece in transparent purple.
Oh, that's lit. I've yet to see them use that piece somewhere else yet. I'm excited to see, like, in another theme where they could use it.
Yeah, I think it's very stylistic to Monkey Kid is why it's been, like, hard to break it out into another
That's
theme.
true. If you put it in, like, a non-clear color, I could see the modulars using it for some kind of, like, architecture, because they tend to do that with those weird pieces a lot.
What was the set that they used? Brickbeard's or Metalbeard's thing as like something or other. I forget what it was, but they used Brickbeard's thing as like a cornerstone. I'm like, oh man, that's super smart.
This is so cool. They use the Minecraft wolf head as like the top architecture of the police station, which I thought was pretty lit. It's like those small little details.
Yeah, it's always the small details that get me nowadays. Like just those little things where it's like, man, Lego's really thinking about what they're doing when they make this stuff.
Got the nice Sonic 3 lives there. I like that.
Nice.
Copper says, A&V production, builders try to handhold the stickers. It's easier to place using something to hold the sticker. You know, that actually kind of makes sense, so you can, like, see it. Okay, next sticker. I'll have to try that. I just got to remember.
Yeah. All right, finishing up this jetpack for this villain. What is his name? Savage. Do they have different chest pieces, or he doesn't have the arm shield, so he's got a different name. The creativity of Lego sometimes is completely boundless.
Darkroom96 says, what do you think about Moon Knight? I am super excited. I've only really read him in the Ultimate Spider-Man series, but I loved him in that. So I'm excited to see what the MCU does with him.
Yeah, definitely. I know I still have to watch the trailer, but I've always found Moon Knight funny. And even though I'm not like a comics guy, he's one of those characters that you like look into because they're not in the mainstream stuff. Like Doctor Fate, I thought is super cool, but like
Oh, I
he's
love
only
Fate.
a couple episodes and stuff, so it's hard. You got to really look for those characters.
Dr. Fate is going to be in the new Black Adam movie, which I'm super excited about.
Ooh, good. That's good.
Lowrec Rec says, I've decided to join the stream. Thank you for joining. Screw Up Judgment says, I am here. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for showing up. Copper says, don't forget to smash that like button. Totally agree. Darkroom96 says, what video games have you guys played? Dragon, I'll give that one to you.
I think like most of the time I'm like a solely Minecraft kind of guy, but I mean I do branch out. I love playing Terraria. Specifically right now, me and my little brother are doing a master mode playthrough, which is that has changed my view on the game drastically. Because normally when I play Summoner, so on like easy mode, so it's really not that hard for me to play because it's like I'm not even having to work; it's like minions doing the stuff. But then I go into master mode. And it took us like we had to buff up, create a proper arena. We had to do like a bunch of work to be able to beat a boss. Like on almost every single boss we've done, we've had to just like research everything, or else we just like get destroyed. And so it's a whole new way to play the game, which I love. I would say in terms of I've never really been good at like story-based skill games. I tend to play a lot more like sandbox stuff. But I mean, I did play Overwatch for a decent amount of time before it started, fading off for obvious reasons. I played an online PvP spaceship game called Dreadnought, which I still love because it's awesome because you're these giant like fleet ships with a bunch of like 8 or 9 other people facing another team of those fleets. It's so fun. And then in terms of like PlayStation games that I've played, I have played Undertale. I haven't finished a run yet, technically, because I was going for Pacifist first, and I screwed it up twice, or rather, screwed it up once, and I cannot beat Asgore currently because I just don't have the skill. Which doesn't bode well for the boss fight that comes directly after him. I'll tell you that. In terms of like other skill games on the PlayStation, I went through the entire story mode of I think it's Tron. I forget what it is, but it's one of the Tron like story mode games. I think it's Rebooted is what it's called. That one was really fire. I know the Uncharted games are good too. There's so many good games out there, I'll tell you that.
Oh, definitely. I gotta agree with Dragon. I play mostly sandbox, but in terms of skill, Cuphead and Death Road to Canada tend to be my go-to games.
Oh, Cuphead. Me and Portal played Cuphead, and it was a nightmare because I'm
So
gonna tell
fun
you,
though.
it was fun, but man, was I bad at that game. Like, it was a struggle.
What did we get, like 600 deaths in that one weekend?
It was ridiculous. We beat like 3 levels in the entire like 4 to 5 days that I was there.
That's
It
Cuphead
was,
though, honestly. That game is
yeah,
just hard.
but it was fun though. Like when you finally beat that boss, it's a feeling.
That's one of those games where like I wish there's like a statistic for how many remotes each game has broken just by people raging, because that one's got to be really high on the list.
Yeah.
Wiley Spadino, hello. Darkroom says Terraria is a really great game. Totally agree. Darkroom says love Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. Those games look so fun. I've just never actually tried them out.
There's so many games where I've only watched like the playthrough for. I'm like, man, that's super cool. But also like I watched the story mode games, like the new FNAF. I just watched like a couple playthroughs on it instead of playing it myself. Inscription is a really cool one, but I mean I've spoiled the secret and the ending for myself, so it wouldn't feel the same. But it's like cool mechanics and stuff. I love the games that really like pioneer to a certain extent, like pushing a new visual aspect. Like don't get me wrong, like stuff that's like a formula is good. Like, oh, Minecraft Dungeons is another good one that I play. But that's an RPG, right? So I love the ones that like haven't been done before in a sense.
Oh yeah, totally agree. Speaking of, it's kind of a mix of like that new and also ripping off of other stuff. Have you ever played Valorant? Not Valorant. What is it called? I can't think of it, but it's basically I'm totally blanking. It's basically Overwatch, but with portals. It's so
Ooh.
much fun.
I think I've seen people playing that, and I think I know what you're talking about.
It's totally free, so I tried it out, and it's a pretty solid game.
Yeah. I will tell you, my little brother is a lot better at video games than I am. Like, he plays Rocket League, and I think he plays Valorant. No, he plays Apex Legends, and he is good at the game. Like, when he played Overwatch with me, it was a solid carry on his part. Mainly because I played characters like Brigitte and like Reinhardt who didn't have any aiming stuff. So at one point in time, I thought I was just bad at aiming in general. Oh, hold on, I'm building off screen. But in reality, what it is my gaming setup is a 5-year-old refurbished office like desktop with a wireless keyboard and a wireless couch. And I'm not on a desk. My monitor is a TV, and like I have my keyboard in my lap and my mouse on the arm of a chair, which is not, the most professional gaming setup. So there is a reason why I'm bad at like aiming and stuff.
Yeah,
Especially
it's got
quick.
to affect gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried playing Overwatch and stuff like skill games on my brother's PC, and it's just like at this point it's really hard for me to get that stuff down. But I mean, I was playing Minecraft and I was flick shotting monsters that were like flying about. I'm like, man, I'm doing so good. I don't understand why. Like, there's no reason I should be able to hit these things that are flying around and are like a quarter block big.
Totally agree. Darkroom says, I think you're talking about Splitgate. Splitgate? Yeah, that was the Portal game. It's fun for a free game, I'm not gonna lie. There's not enough like good game modes, so you're always like it's like just those random ones where it's like, okay, you have like one bad game mode and then one good game mode, but it's still pretty fun, I'd say. Wiley Spadino says, how's life, guys?
Good. I would say good.
I would agree.
I mean, we're building Legos for potentially a job. I'd say that's a pretty good life, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Just gotta grab that monetization. Imagination Studio says, hello, I'm there. Fuzzy Bear says, crack dragon setup. And Wiley says, I love dragon setup, lol.
Yeah, Wiley has actually played on my setup before, or at least seen it, and it is horrendous for someone who calls myself a gamer, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I feel like it's Like, I also get. Is it ever nice though for like? I don't know. Like, do you play any of those? I don't know where I'm going with this. I feel like it's one of those really cool setups for like if you're playing like Minecraft Creative or something where like you don't need to worry about dying because it's a huge TV and you're on a couch.
Yeah, it is very nice for casual gaming, I would say. That's probably why I play more sandboxes, because like it's much nicer to like build something in Minecraft or try and do stuff when the screen is just freaking huge.
Yeah, for real. That's why I like console because it's like it's that, but it's like I also just suck at keyboard and mouse video games, so that's part of my thing, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know how well I'd be able to do on a console, because like I'm already like behind on the learning curve with like Xbox controllers and stuff and remotes and that stuff. So I don't think I'd be able to catch up with like where people my age are at.
That's true. Although honestly, what I found is like as painful as it is, I don't think our age is the best at video games anymore. I think it's like
No,
the
it's like
10-year-olds.
yeah, the cracked 10-year-old for some reason.
Because they just have so much time. Like I have a decent amount of time, but like nowhere like that where I can just spend hours and hours.
Oh yeah, my little brother, we did full distance learning last year, and he's in like middle school. And he's sitting there like he wakes up at like 6 in the morning, gets all his classwork done, and then he just played Rocket League the entire rest of the day. So he just like got good. And he was playing Rocket League with our cousin, and they were just always doing that, and it was ridiculous.
There should be like because like a lot of games, right, have it like where you play against people your level. There should also be an option to like only play with people who have logged like similar amounts of time as you. So it's like you can see how good people are who play the same amount as you do. I feel like
So
that'd be
you can
interesting.
understand. I think all that would do for me is make me understand how much worse I am than them.
I'd like to think it'd make me feel good, but it probably wouldn't. Other than nothing. Let's see. Caleb Hamilton, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming. Supersonic Soy Sauce says A. Or no, that's BradTube says A. Supersonic Soy Sauce says hi. Lowell Rex says bye. Imagination says hello. Will you do a live stream tomorrow? Just asking. Probably not tomorrow, but
Yeah, tomorrow's pretty busy for us, and I don't think I have another Lego set to build.
I'm supposed to, but I low-key think they lost my package.
Oof.
Because it was being delivered to like some center, right? 4.5 days ago. And since then, there's been no update.
Yeah, that's not very good sign, I'll tell you that.
And it's got my coin in there, so I'm like, oh man. Trying to figure out what point do I call him, like, hey, can someone check on this?
I'd say a week after being in the same location.
Okay. Seems like a good amount. TT Stop Motion says, hello. Hey, man, thanks for joining. Glad to see you here. ANV says, buffering. You guys are getting lag. Definitely let us know. I'll try to
Try and see what we can do to fix it.
Yeah.
I do like they included this little bit of like a place to hang the helmets on the set. Like that's good. That's little detail stuff where it's like, again, I think it's this thing. This little build in the Monkey King set. The fact that they added this little thing for the handle so that you can take it apart and make it into the staff. It's just the little details that make me love this line so much. Because they didn't have to do that. No one was expecting that. But it's just a little detail that makes a set like
10 times better.
Yeah.
Okay, they actually gave me an extra one of these blue bars, which is awesome for lightsabers.
Or you're missing something.
That's true. I used one, so I think they gave me an extra. I like to use like the bright colors for when I'm doing the lightsaber effect because they stand out more. Good question. Wiley Spadino asks, how many Lego sets do you guys each have?
I will say I estimate my collection's value at about $2,000.
Yeah, I'd say I have more Lego sets than I'd like to admit.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Copper's a genius.
Oh no.
That, using the brick separator to apply stickers, it's amazing.
Are we really surprised that Copper's a genius though? Like,
no, I guess we already knew that.
Yeah.
Even more of a genius. You can get him so straight. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so cool. They have all the different power-ups. Oh, whoa.
Portal has just
Okay.
been taught a master building technique.
For real. I don't know what I've been doing my whole life. And it doesn't even like crease the stickers like I thought it would. It stops them from like being unsticky because you spent like 10 minutes trying to get it right and now your oils are all over it. This is legit. Supersonic Source says Sonic is coming along. Imagination Studio says bye, I have to go. See you a day next time you do a live stream. Yeah, man. Should be sooner than later. Should be sooner
Yeah,
than
I
later.
definitely do have another set coming, so there's at least one more live stream. I know we've got some gift with purchases that we got. We made multiple purchases, so we'll be making like 1 to 2 streams out of those. Maybe one big one. We'll see.
Maybe even some haul videos in the future.
Yeah.
I love all the extra pieces they give in this, specifically for like customation. Like they give you the different faces for this guy. They give you the different power-ups. It's a nice touch. Last bag, Eggman and his flying egg machine thing.
What progress does it say you're at?
It says I'm like 3/4 of the way, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, look at that. So I've got this page, and then halfway through this page, which is odd because like, sure, it's not even that big of a bag.
I mean, currently I'm at this. I'd say it's about an 1/8.
Oh, I thought that was the second page for a moment. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're about done. What happened?
I am Speed Portal. Almost said your real name there.
Oh,
I gotta get my head in the game.
Copper says FedEx lost my Lego delivery today. Santa's sleigh that I finally got. Oh man, that sucks. Such a good set though. Man, losing Lego deliveries, it's painful. It really is.
It is. That's a thing that hurts your soul. I'll tell you that.
Supersonic Source says it's called the Eggmobile. Good to know. Fuzzy Bear says Copper coming in clutch. Yeah, he always does. Wiley says, how did you come up with the idea to make a YouTube channel?
I think technically this all started because I remember back, like way back in elementary school, I was trying to do like this massive Lego battle with a bunch of people, but that never happened. And instead, we just sort of hung out and stop motion animated, and that was the sort of the alternative. And we have the oldest stop motion we made was very cursed. Like it wasn't like up to frames or anything. It was so weird. The storyline was a mess. It was crazy. But I mean, it was still the first animation we did. And then after that, we tried making an entire movie. We're like, oh, well, what do we have to do with the movie? Post it somewhere, obviously. And that's how we came up with the YouTube channel.
I think we filmed for like a solid year before we started uploading.
Easily.
Which was probably for the best.
And I think we filmed up until you moved for the movie. Or like, because I remember we started pulling like every single weekend. We'd go to like, your house or my house to film for the movie because we're like, oh no, he's gone. And then like fast forwards to now, it was just not good at all, which was a real shame.
It wasn't.
Like we put so much effort into that, and it does not show.
It's unfortunate, but it got us to where we are today. So
yeah, it was definitely the stepping stones to how our animations are right now. I'll tell you that.
Totally agree. Caleb says, Dragon, my Hot Wheels collection is worth around 2,500. Not sure what my Legos are worth. That's crazy.
I'm just estimating that. I'm giving myself a rough estimate that I have 20 $100 sets. That's what I'm just basing it off. Or at least the equivalent of that. Because, like, my box flow alone is easily 20 sets, if not 30 or 40. And so that's why I'm just estimating it's about that much.
That seems like a good estimate. It always shocks me how much Hot Wheels are worth, and I don't know why. Because it's it makes sense. But I'm always like, man, that'd be a cool thing to like kind of collect. And then I'm like, I'm already in deep with my one collection.
Yeah, I already have one expensive hobby. There's no reason to do more.
It was like I was doing pops for a while, and then I was like, okay, I'm like splitting it, so I'm only gonna do like the really like exclusive pops when I get a chance, and then other than that, I'll stick with Lego, and that's kind of worked well. Cause like space, time, and money, man.
Yeah. You guys should see Portal's closet where he keeps all his Funko Pops. It's a magical world back there, I'll tell you that.
It is. It's pretty nice. I just rearranged everything too to kind of get my comic books with them, and it looks pretty good now, if I say so myself.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh, that's where I messed up. Okay.
Darkroom 96 says I just finished the Lego Pirate Creator set. Oh, that set is so amazing. I love the brick built sails. Glad they don't always do them, but I think for that kind of set it worked really well. This is so weird. This is like a continuity throughout this set. They keep placing tiles and then have you build directly on top of the tiles, which I do not get the point of. Maybe I'm just missing something though. Who knows? Franz Watson says, "Oh my God, Sonic, go vroom vroom. Gotta go fast." Yes. You know what's weird is they didn't include like the ball Sonic turns into when he's like speeding up to spin. That would have been a nice addition. But other than that, this set's pretty lit.
All right, so I'm concerned that this plate that I got in this bag I haven't used, but there's no way. Did they give me a plate in one bag only for me to use it in the next? Lego, what are you doing? Speaking of which, just finished up the side construction of the little launch pad, which is lit, I might add.
That is lit.
All right, hashtag sheer safety as we pull out the next bag. Bag 3.
Fuzzy Bear says next video should be Portal's magical closet tour. Yo, maybe at some point I will. I mean, it's not really Lego related, but there's enough in there where maybe a shorts or something would be a good one for.
I'll tell you, I am gonna have to like super pack away, and I want to categorize my Legos because like there's gonna be a point where obviously can't have my Legos as uncompressed as they are for storage purposes. So I might, while I'm like trying to pack them away as like efficiently as possible, I might catalog and sum up like a value or even like a video on it with like a lineup and stuff.
That would be super cool. It's a good video idea. Time for another episode of Am I Missing a Piece or Am I Just Blind? I'm blind. There it is.
Yes. We never predict this outcome, but it always tends to happen.
There's a whole other pile I didn't even see. I was like, oh, that's where that is. Oh, whoa. Caleb says, yeah, I have a couple of Hot Wheels that I bought for $1 and now worth over $50. Apparently, I need to get into Hot Wheels.
I have minifigures, specifically the Hands of Time, the Time Twins, that are now, I think, worth like $80 together because of just like how rare they are, apparently.
Speaking of rare figures, I didn't realize this. I finally looked it up. This figure's worth like $200 now for some reason. Really? Yeah, I thought they made a lot because it was in 3 different lines of Spider-Man sets, 2002, 2004, and 2006. But I don't know. It's crazy. Sometimes how things go up.
It is.
And I guess also right now there's Spider-Man hype, so that's probably affecting it.
Just quickly building the base of the spaceship.
Oh, here's a good question. Favorite Lego set that you have and favorite Lego set that you want?
I think those two are the same thing, which is the Ultra Agents Water HQ. I forget what it's called, but it is the third wave Ultra Agents giant boat headquarters. That is amazing. That's one of the those were some of the reasons why Ultra Agents was my favorite line, was the big mobile headquarters.
It is awesome. Favorite set that I have is probably the there's so many good sets. Probably the Batmobile, the Batman '89 one, because I'm a big fan of that vehicle. And favorite set that I want is probably the modular cinema, because I love movies and I love like the Lego posters of like classic movies they have in that set. I just think it's so cool. One of the better modulars that I just wasn't collecting at the time when it came out.
Yeah, I know that feeling. If I had to choose another set that I liked, some of the old like Lego Space Police sets, because technically speaking, the first set I ever bought was Lego Space Police, the little speeder, and I missed out on that line. Like I slept on that line pretty hard. I think I have 2 sets of it right now. I have one that's like the first one I ever bought, which was this like little $10 speeder, and then the second one I have is like a undercover. I don't know how to describe it. It's like an undercover police like speeder that transforms into an octane like cargo ship, and then you can like flip it out to like speed mode, which was super cool to me. And I got that later after the line was discontinued. But there's like so many good ones, and the aliens were so good in that line. If like that's one of my favorite classic lines.
That line is so much fun.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Messed up again.
Space
How
Police
do I
is
keep
another
doing
one of
this?
those lines where it's like, yeah, this was like a super cool concept where Lego made like a short, like I think it was only 2 waves, but in 2 waves they made like they had a whole story and they had all this good stuff, and I feel like that's the feeling that Lego isn't capturing anymore. Where it's like, that's why I love Monkey Kid so much, because it's their current best example of a short line with. Or, I mean, it's probably not going to be short, just judging by how they're doing it, because it's probably going to end up being I want to say Ninjago of China, I'd say.
That's true. But it's like not a lot of sets per line.
Yeah, but right now it's capturing that feeling of like the small amount of sets, but they're unique. That's why I like Nexo Knights so much too. Which
Oh,
Portal
yeah.
actually,
The first line.
yeah, no, all of them, because Portal has conceded that the sets are not the same.
They are not the same. I still think the first line was the best because it was original, and then I felt like it stopped being original, which I know is like controversial because it's like, well, it was still original. It was being itself, but
That is a valid point, but I think my favorite line was Wave 2, or Line 2, Wave 4, I want to say. Like the second best stone ones, because I feel like that's where the best stuff came out of for that set.
true. And to be fair, I also don't understand how midwaves work. Like, I get it, but like I've never really gotten it, so like I confuse what existed at what time with those sets.
16 of these pieces I have to put on this thing.
Wait,
Lego
which
is
piece?
like this 4x4 upside down.
Nice. Have fun with that.
My goodness. Lego's like, you know what? Having chill is for nerds.
Rockstar says, I'm going to go through some chat real quick. Yeah, definitely not going to have enough time to make a new stop motion, but I might enter an old one. You definitely should. Copper's just reminding everyone that, yes, tomorrow is the last day to enter the stop motion contest. Rockstar says, you think that Spider-Man fig is expensive? Try looking up the Comic-Con Spider figs, especially the symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah, that one is insane. Fuzzy Bear says, who needs a symbiote Spider-Man when you have a Sharpie? That is exactly what I do for my brick films.
I saw in a film you use 2 different Spider-Man figureheads to make it look like his eyes widened when he was surprised, and I thought that was an amazing small detail I'd like to mention.
Oh, thank you. I like tried it out. I was like, oh, hold up, because I figured the webbing would change, but I think the eye change is bigger, so like you don't kind of pick it up. I found it in someone else's video. I was like, that's a cool trick.
Ooh, another new piece, by the way. Look at this.
Whoa, that's cool.
Just a casual new piece drop for Monkey Kid. You know how they do it.
For real, what is that, like the 7th new piece in the last 2 days that you've
I know.
gotten?
Because the fire piece was new. This piece was new. I'm trying to think of what else. There was a casual new piece drop. I don't know. It's crazy, man. Monkey Kid's got the budget to go all the way.
They really do.
I mean, price per piece, I want to say it is. This set is more worth it. And it also has some larger bricks with like the fuselage pieces and like the windshield, which is surprising that its value is still really good. Like the ring was technically below what you're looking for with about 10 pieces per dollar. But I mean, when you factor in that the ring is made out of 8 of those rail pieces, which might cost like $1 each, that's already like almost $10 from just the ring alone. So it makes sense that it was slightly more expensive than what you'd normally look for in a price per piece ratio.
It's a good point. That's why, like, sometimes it's like, yeah, price per piece is important, but you also just gotta see the set and be like, how does this feel?
Yeah. Ah.
This the Eggmobile has a lot more like pieces, stuff in it than I thought it did.
That's probably why you thought you were further ahead than you actually are.
Yeah, you're probably right. Because I was like, oh, I'm almost done. It doesn't look like there's a lot in it, but the whole interior's got like stuff in it so for him to sit in it and stuff and control it and like colors, and it's cool. It's a good build.
Portal made a key mistake sleeping on the Eggmobile.
It's so odd to me that you build the Eggmobile and then you build Eggman. Because what is the Eggmobile without Eggman?
Well, think about it this way. You get to put Eggman in the Eggmobile once it's finished.
That's true. But like, think about like any car or Batmobile set. Like you build Batman and then you build the Batmobile. Like that's Lego's normal thing.
That is fair enough.
But I guess this guy's in a minifigure. So there's that. I don't know.
Is he?
I just want to build Eggman. Yeah, he's brick built.
Oh, okay. Is the
But
head brick built too?
It is brick built, and it's okay. Interesting enough, though, the hands are the big fig hands. So I'm excited to get these in white.
That is a pretty good idea. Because, like, hands have always been really tough for Lego to do. Especially the smaller they go. Like, do you go with realistic hands? Do you go with Lego hands? It's hard to choose which way you're going with them.
Yeah, I think the big fig hands work the best. I wish we could have gotten a big fig Eggman, but that stupid rule that idea sets can't get new molds, even though they sell super well. Just disappointing. But still a lit set. Got another sticker. Gonna use that awesome sticker technique. Hey, Darkroom says, I just hit 30 subs. Congrats, man. That is so awesome.
Heck yeah, man. It's always awesome to hit those little things, the milestones. Because, like, you know, before you know it, it's snowball effect. That's what happened to us. That's what happened to a lot of people, to my knowledge.
Yeah, YouTube definitely has exponential growth.
Yeah.
I'd say the first, because, like, getting the first 100 took years.
Yeah, that was the hardest part, was the first 100. Because, like, reaching, I think this, I've heard of this before, but it's like that initial reaching out to people who share that same interest. Once you can figure out how to do that with that first 100, when you do it with like the next 1,000, you've refined your craft. So that instead of like 100 people seeing it and them not being interested, even though they might be, once you get that first 100, it means you've really gotten down what you're doing and you're doing it right.
Exactly. That's why you'll see like channels that went from 100,000 to 200,000 in 1 year get 1 million the next year, because it's just like you start to figure it out.
Yeah, once you start hitting those rhythms, the important ways that you want your content to do stuff, that's when you start really getting into it.
I agree. I mean, we're not fully there yet, but we're definitely way far from what we were 2 months ago.
Taking a break from stop motion is what sort of bit us in the end, because we're like, oh yeah, let's diversify into this and that, and the channel started actually dying for a little bit. Like, we were at some point we were losing subs, and then Portal started doing daily uploads, and boom, easily 700 subscribers so far in a span of 2 to 3 months. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, and then I also feel like the thing I like about Daily Brick Films is if we want to try out new stuff, like if one video is new and the 7 other are brick films that week, it doesn't matter if that video fails or it isn't our target audience. Like, it's like, it's just fun to try. Especially if I do it as a short. That's why I like the shorts. Good for experimenting. But yeah, not doing stop motions for a while definitely hurt us.
Yeah, if you start focusing on the analytics and like all the stuff, well, that is a good idea to like understand what you're doing. Stick with what you want to do, because if you're doing something that, sure, it might reach people better, but in the end, if you're doing that and you don't like what you're doing, what's the point in making content? Because when you're making content, your passion really shows through it, I'll say.
I agree. The big creators have started to kind of put out this Venn diagram that I really like, and it's a three like circle of like what to create, and it's like what you want, what the algorithm wants, and what there's an audience for. And like if those three connect, then you're golden. Because that way, like it does well, but at the same time, you can keep doing it for years and years and years.
Bag 4, I'd say now I'm about a fourth of the way through.
That was fast.
Yeah, bag 4 out of 12. Actually, no, that's more of a third.
That's true. That is more of a third. Lego Monkey Kids is high. Wiley says, "Are you looking on track to make your 2,000 subscriber goal?" Well, so our real goal is to hit it by Valentine's Day. But in terms of the counting thing, we're getting close. We're about halfway through January, and we're 500 subs up from where we were at the start. So at this rate, yeah. If, like I said before, if we hit 2,000 subs by the end of this month, we will count to 10,000 live on stream.
That will be an interesting stream. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, I kind of just committed us to that one. So we'll see if we hit it. But I mean, it's really only 5,000 each of us do. So I mean, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and we can switch off about every 100.
As long as we don't lose count, we'll be good.
No, the downfall.
If we lose count, we'll get like trolled. People will be like, "Oh yeah, you were like 20." We'll be like, "Oh man, I thought it was so much farther than that."
Portal's going to be almost done, and they're like, actually, you missed a number. You have to do them all over again.
Oh,
no.
That would be painful. Where are these pieces? I don't know why I'm struggling so much to find stuff today.
Because I'm making you so that I can beat you.
At the rate we're going here. Red Raptor says, hey, Red Raptor, thanks for showing up. Fuzzy Bear says, time to enlist all my alt accounts. Oh, man. It'll be interesting to see if we hit this goal. I wouldn't mind counting to 10,000 because it's one of those, like, good thumbnail moments. But at the same time, I say that now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind in the moment.
Halfway through actually counting, I'll have a different opinion, I'm sure. But the best part is that I was like, yeah, we should do that. And then I told Dragon about it after I kind of committed us to it. So good thing he said yes. Otherwise, I would have been counting solo. And 10,000 is a big number. Where is this piece? What? Okay, once I say on stream I'm missing a piece, usually I can find it. So I'm missing a piece, guys. Nope, no luck. Copper says if the internet glitches during the counting stream, you have to start over. Oh, man.
No, we're going to get hacked so that we have to start counting again.
Could you imagine going at by 1,000? We finally look at chat and they're like, hey, you're muted.
Oh, no. That would be terrible.
Oh, that would be painful. Darkroom says I'm going to go now. See ya. See ya, Darkroom. Thanks for coming to the stream. We really appreciate it. See you next time.
Good to see you. It's definitely understandable because this is going to be a bit of a long stream.
Yeah, we're in the earliest time zones, and I know it's later for Dragon already. So hold up.
Yeah.
Dead serious, I'm missing this piece.
Really?
Yeah. I think I'm actually missing it, though.
Check the bag.
Already did. Not in there.
Check where you dropped the bag. As in, it stayed in until you put it down and then it fell out like a little snake.
Let me check. Nope, not there. Dang. Maybe it'll show up once I get a little bit farther.
Yeah, did you misplace one is the next question.
I hope not. I don't think so, because it's a weird place to misplace. I don't know. I hope not, because it looks similar-ish to a piece I was putting stickers on. So
Ooh, that would be bad.
I don't really want to check to see if I put it in the wrong place.
Copper's genius method can't account for Portal just using the wrong brick.
Fuzzy Bear says, I ain't no snitch, but Dragon stole it.
Stole what? Oh yeah.
Stole the piece. I would totally buy that. He wants to win at all costs.
Yeah, and you're threatening to take my fingers. The least I can do is take a brick.
Oh, I threatened to. Oh, this looks really good. I threatened to take your fingers.
I like the squirrel moments, like, oh, actually, and then just keeps going back to the talking.
Okay, this is like. Let me go to the side without the missing piece. It looks pretty cool because it's a weird design in the video game itself. It's cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
Very funky looking.
It's definitely one of those sets where it needs the stickers or the prints, but I think that's okay for this kind of set. Wiley Spadino says, Dragon, I'm going to call you Dragon from now on. It is now your legal name.
Oh, no. That's going to be interesting.
It's so funny because I get so used to calling you Dragon on stream that, like, I feel like I alternate when we're not on a call.
Yeah, like, there's most definitely a stream mode, I'll tell you that, where it's like, it's impressive that we've been able to maintain code names for this long, but, like, there's going to be a moment. I mean, technically speaking, there already has, but we've scrubbed that from the records.
Exactly. Oh no.
You missing
Okay, now I'm missing another different piece, which means this is probably on me.
Because what are the odds of you missing 2 pieces in one bag, right?
Oh my gosh, I found it. Okay, I was like, I know I've seen this. Oh my gosh, I found it. I found them both. They're in front of my camera. Like the place I don't check. Okay.
You got me checking there now.
I found them. I was like, oh wow, there it is. Then I was like, wait, hold on. They're both
I'd like
there.
to mention
That's
this
amazing.
wonderful construction that they have made out of like the not pearl gold, but the like the dulled gold. There's so many pieces of it in this like wing assembly that goes on the top, and it's such a good detail for like a set of this expensiveness.
I totally agree. Rockstar Foxy fan says, glad I was here since 400 subs so I can see this channel blow up. Man, we appreciate you being here for so long. That's crazy awesome, man. One of the first subs to this channel, then.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember back in the day, there wasn't much, but we're like, you know what? If we treat it like a hobby and we put the passion into it like a hobby, then maybe something will happen. And it did. To a certain
Exactly.
extent.
Just got to keep happening.
Exactly. You just got to keep happening. That's the trick.
Red Reality says, for a while I thought Portal's pieces fell into his portal.
No.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Here I am just forgetting to put on pieces. I think I finished this build, but I also might be missing pieces.
Portal's actually missing an entire build. That's how skilled he is at losing pieces.
If only. Here's the print for the Eggman face. Kind of interesting.
Ooh, it's a dome. Oh, hold on. I need to see what this brick build Eggman looks like. I'll probably take a break in a second.
I was gonna show it, but then I'm like, I'm gonna build it in a moment, so I'll reveal it slowly.
Yeah, you're right. This building technique that Copper uses for the stickers is genius.
Oh, it's so smart. I don't know why I never would have thought of that in a million years, actually. I was gonna say I don't know why I've never tried it, but I never would have thought about that. Works so well though. He said you can also do it with a knife, although I'm not sure if I should have told you that.
Uh-oh. When I find it.
The shears are coming out.
The shears.
Fuzzy Bear says, having a debate with my friends at the moment. Do you guys think that pipsqueak is a slur against short people?
No.
I wouldn't go as far to say a slur.
No.
I would say it's an insult.
I think they prefer the term vertically challenged. Try that. Using that on a short person and see what happens. I think my answer to that is anything's a slur if you try hard enough.
Red Reality says, I'm short.
Yeah.
Wiley says, no, it's not a slur.
short. I cannot put input on this, actually.
Red Reality, or no. Fuzzy Bear says, Dragon speaking facts. Yeah, I agree. When isn't Dragon speaking facts? I guess when he's not speaking facts.
When I'm not speaking fact, which is a majority of the time. You see, the problem is, when I'm not speaking facts, it's usually more than when I am speaking facts.
Yeah, I would say I'm at that same rate. You know what would be fun? Is to, like, later down the line, hire someone to, like, for a full, like, longer stream, like, for a 4-hour stream, just listen to us and, like, fact check everything, and then at the end, tell us how many times we said something that was just totally off the mark.
Well, I mean, that's what interns are for, because we are going to have, at some point, hopefully, someone go through the old streams and make, like, cuts of them, so there's, like, super cuts, and maybe even, like, funny moments. But, yeah, I'd say that's a good thing to add on to that intern's list of stuff to do.
That'd be so funny.
4 stickers! They put 4 stickers in this one step.
Jeez. Oh, look at this guy's boots.
Oh,
Those are stylish.
He got the drip.
I'm like trying to figure out why he doesn't stand. It's because I haven't built the other leg.
That would do it. I'll tell you that. It is difficult.
I was like
1 foot.
getting ready to complain, and I'm like, oh no, I'm just stupid. It's all good.
Bro, Lego does not know what they're doing. They made this figure that just does not stand. Wait, hold on a second. It's missing his feet. Wait a minute. My bad.
Hey, he stands now. Mildred Della Rosa says, let's fight back the Jelly Bean cult. What?
I have no idea what that means.
I have no idea either. Red Reality says, interns is a fancy word for slaves. At least slaves got food and shelter, lol. Well, there is paid interns, and I feel like that's what a lot of YouTubers do. It's paid interns.
And by payment, we mean exposure.
That term we all hate.
I mean, we've been working for exposure for the past couple of years.
That's true. Honestly accurate. Look, if like a huge YouTuber came and they're like, hey, you want to do all this like stupid slow work that nobody wants to do for free, but I'll put you in my videos, I'd be like, yeah, 100%.
Depends on how they're putting you in the videos, is my answer.
That's true. That's true.
Because if the homie's just like going, hey, this is my intern, he does all the work for me, but I don't pay him, and doesn't like mention me at all, that's different. But like, if he's like, oh yeah, this is my editor, Portal Master Studios, that'd be different.
You gotta like have a personality, so they like slowly put you onto the show, and then leave the show and make your own show. That's the trick.
That's what Copper is gonna do to us.
Oh man, that could totally happen. Bro, Copper is like totally could happen. I think he's more popular in the Discord than like anyone in the Discord.
And again, bro, Copper's too humble about this too. That's not a problem. Like, we all appreciate Copper the amount that he needs to be appreciated with the work he puts in.
Oh, Copper's the GOAT, man.
Yeah, he comes in with a level of professionalism that I haven't even like figured out how to do stuff like that. Like, when he talks to you, he addresses you, and then he does like his message. It's awesome.
Bro, me and almost gave your name there. Me and Dragon literally last night were talking about, we're like, how can we talk like more like Copper when we welcome people? Because he welcomes people just so nicely. Like everyone's like, oh wow, that's so nice. I'm like, I just say welcome. I feel like I gotta step up my game.
Yeah. It's gonna be a competition between Portal and Copper to see who can welcome better now.
You know what's funny is I always try to beat him, and I finally beat him once to welcoming someone. And he was like, oh nice, you beat me, not gonna happen again. I was like, oh, I see the challenge there. And so far, it hasn't happened, so I gotta step up my game.
Yeah. I remember when there was days when Portal would upload a video, right? And he knew he was uploading the video, and Copper would still comment first. This was before he was a mod. He was just like a subscriber, and that was crazy.
Copper says, wait, interns get paid? I think there's like Sometimes, not most
Yeah.
of the time though.
Not a lot of the time. The argument is that they're working for experience, which is like valuable. But I mean, I don't think that's as valuable as like getting paid while you're doing it because you can be spending your time somewhere else. But I mean, that's just me. Holy
I think
stickers,
at the
Monkey Kid! This section alone has 10 stickers in a. I want to say 2, 6, 3, 6. Bro, 7 by 2, 3, 7 by 8, and there's
dang.
6 or 10 stickers. Dear Lord, Lego went all out. But yeah, you can keep going with your thought.
Oh, I was gonna say someone said Red Reality says exposure payment no matter what is only worth it if they have a lot of followers or subs. And Red Reality says Copper, you are an unpaid intern.
I mean, technically speaking, yes.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
I mean, for the work that Copper is doing, he is not getting paid. That is the correct statement.
Bro, the chat's going crazy. Red Reality says blink twice, you need help, Copper. Copper says, I'm happy to do it because Portal and Dragon are just good guys. Well, we really do appreciate you, Copper, so thank you. I was gonna say, not in terms of this channel, but like in general, I feel like with free internships, it kind of depends on the industry. Because like when I was looking at going into Hollywood, it's like you're going to be an intern if you ever want to break through. But like if you're selling cars, like do you really not need to be paid? Like what are you gaining from that? Not much. Maybe networking, but like really, I'm missing a piece.
If you say it, it becomes the opposite.
Bro, I'm low-key missing another piece. How did this happen? That's fine. I'm just gonna keep going on without it, and I'm sure I'll find it. Maybe. I'm missing like this guy's lower back piece. Red Raptor says I'm gonna make a stop motion. I'll be back. See ya. Can't complain about that, man. Stop motions are awesome. Red Reality says, well, wait, what does Copper do exactly? Copper is the mod in the Discord and YouTube, and just kind of generally helps us out with like everything.
Yeah. He makes suggestions that are like superbly professional. He's been a longtime fan, all this stuff.
Fuzzy Bear says, check the camera again. Thank you. Just did. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it. Hopefully it shows up at some point. I'm sure it'll show up.
Okay, so I think this is what's going to slow me down. These bags are big. They've got so much stuff going on. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Monkey Kid, do they tend to have smaller or bigger bags? It's one or the other, and I can never remember which.
I think it tends to be bigger bags in terms of content.
Okay. Because I know, like, some sets, like, it'll be like a $20 set, and we'll have 2 instruction books and, like, 11 bags. I'm like, what are you doing? But then, like, you'll get, like, $100 sets with, like, 6 bags and 1 instruction manual.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's all, like, weird.
The $100 I built last stream was 8 bags and 1 instruction book, which was pretty crazy.
That's what I like is the 1 instruction book. Because I just find it easier
I like
to keep
that
track
Lego's
of.
doing that now.
And they tend to be nicer when they're 1.
Oh, yeah. Because it's like it's a book. It's a whole booklet. It's not like cheap, like a bunch of plastic ones like they used to be.
Yeah, they've gotten really nice. Fuzzy says, can we get a super cut of Portal missing pieces? Watch the whole stream. It is a super cut of me missing pieces.
It is though, like in all seriousness.
Red Reality says I was my own intern for the Discord servers I own for my friends, and that was pretty much all I did in those servers. Wiley Spadino says Dragon is the most famous person I know. It's pretty cool.
I mean, 1,500 subscribers is actually a decent amount. I'll tell you that. Like thinking about it, that's 1,500 people that like like your content or like not necessarily all 1,500 are watching all the videos, right? And there is a bit of fluctuation, but still, that's pretty big. I'll tell you that.
It is crazy when you put it in that perspective. You could also put in like just like views and stuff. I mean, it's a big reach. It's crazy.
And I
It's
want
pretty.
to say, oh, you go first. You go first.
I was just gonna say it's pretty cool what stuff like YouTube can do nowadays. Because I mean, this was impossible 15 years ago.
Yeah. So basically, I think I read about this somewhere where the human brain is only capable of like knowing 500 people, like just like face to name thing, right? And like little bits of information about them. And it's like this whole thing about like how many close friends you can have, best friends, that type of thing, just because of like how much information your brain can store. And that's why Amish communities break apart when they hit like 500 members, is because they don't want to like get too much bigger than that. I think is what it was about.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Cool fun fact. Also, I could be completely wrong. So do your own research if you're going to be citing my statistic on why Amish communities break apart, because I am an idiot half of the time I speak, if not more.
That's not a bad ratio.
It is, especially
50-50.
this stuff today. I'll tell you that.
If only you could time it correctly. So it's like I can choose
You
where
can
my
predict
50% goes.
when the 50-50 is going to hit.
Yeah. Talking to people I need to make a good impression on, the good 50%.
When I'm trying to mess around and be funny but stupid at the same time, the bad 50-50.
Exactly. Oh, here we go. About to build this guy's face.
Heck yeah. I would say, speaking of the bad 50-50, I was at work like a couple weeks ago, right? And I was trying to, so I work with dogs, right? Oh, what the heck? This instruction book has like a little bit of marring on it almost.
Oh, that's odd.
That's weird. It must have been just like an ink smear. Anyways, so I work with dogs is the short of it. Like, I'm a dog handler for just my job. Because obviously YouTube isn't currently paying the bills, I'll tell you that. So I work with dogs, right? And there was a dog that I was trying to figure out the name of by looking at the collar. And so I look at the collar, and the letters on the collar are LED. And I turn to my shift manager who was working with me, and I go, wow, that's kind of a weird name for a dog. And he just looks at me and goes, you realize that's LED, right? I'm like, oh no. Yeah, not my proudest moment, I'll tell you that. There we go. All right, so I have to build two. Gotta go back.
In person, I like this figure more than I liked it on the box, but I still think he could use some work.
Oh, that is.
I mean, that's supposed to be his mustache.
Yeah,
overall, I like it though.
Yeah.
The head could use some work.
Yeah, because I feel like they went too much with the dome, and that's sort of what makes it look a little bit odd.
I agree. But I think for the size they're going for, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's hard to make faces in Lego without using just a normal face.
It is.
So they definitely did good.
I think my biggest complaint is it should have been mixo ball joints for his arms so they could actually like move better. And he doesn't stick in the car well. But other than that, I mean, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
And with that, I am done. Let me put this last piece in.
All right, portal is done, and I am currently on bag 5, plus another set I completed last night.
All right, I'm trying to decide if I break out another like set right now.
I'd say break out a smaller one because this is gonna take me a little bit, and we've got I'd say an hour and 20 minutes of streaming still to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna break out a brick ad. Oh, I found the piece.
Nice.
Now I'm actually done with the set.
Yeah, technically I beat Portal because he was missing a piece. Actually, I'd like to point that out for the records. But now I can't claim that. Portal is too smart.
If only. Red Reality says Eggman had some questionable plastic surgery. That's a good honestly comparison. Moved his mustache to the wrong side of his face.
Eggman goes to Hollywood.
For real. All right. I got a battle pack and Dalmatian brickheads.
All right, bag 6.
Just realizing this blue background I have here kind of works with the Sonic vibe.
Sonic background.
Hey, definitely planned that. I want to see if this launching play feature works well. Oh, it does kind of work. Kind of does what it's supposed to.
All right, we got another. So I think my goal currently is to collect all of the different minifigures of May or the Dragon Horse. Because she is most definitely my favorite character in Monkey Kid. Like, sure, Monkey Kid himself and Monkey King are cool, but she's just got this one. I love the color scheme and stuff so much. And just the way that they made the character, it's awesome. All right, another minifigure.
Is that, yeah, that's the one that you had, I don't know when. It's some other stream too, and I was like, that's a cool thing.
Yeah, odds are it was that one. All right. Still building up on this.
Red Reality says, the crab I like, although he's had too much to drink. He does have quite an odd facial expression.
Oh, it's hard to fit this build on the screen, which makes you know that it's a good one.
That is a sign of a good set.
Yeah, this is where I'm starting to feel the, like, man, if we could face reveal, then all I would have to do is have a camera, and I wouldn't have to reach over it. Could have some tape where I knew the camera was and all that, but no. Not yet.
Eventually, at some point, one day. Final review. I do really like this set. I think it's pretty awesome. It looks like Sonic, which I think is important. So they did a good job.
Yeah, that's definitely a very good set. I'm doing it again. I'm going to put the shears to the side so I can set my arm down.
It's a good idea. Wiley asked, so what do you guys do with all your built Lego sets?
Store them like dragons.
I do mostly, I put them either in the city or on shelves in my closet.
Yep.
Or in a closet, I guess.
I mean, I try and use them for films to justify them as a business expense. But now that I can just build them on stream and say that's the business investment, it's a little bit easier.
That's true.
You see, I use facts and logic to convince myself into making irresponsible financial decisions. Like, factually speaking, you should buy the VIP coins instead of turning your VIP points into gift cards because it is worth more. But also, I paid a decent amount of money in order to acquire those coins in the process. So
I finally grabbed a second coin, the gold coin. So I got to decide. I think I know what I'm going to grab to get it. I think I'm just going to get that Rhino set and then grab some bricks for some more sets, like film sets, like houses, rooms, just the one wall stuff. Because I guess the brick and pieces orders count for that, which is nice.
yeah, that is good. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, unfortunately, the gift card loophole you had doesn't work.
It doesn't, I know.
That.
So disappointing. It would have been so cool, though.
I wonder if it's because Lego doesn't consider that a product, maybe?
Maybe. What's odd is on my end, it said that it worked, but when you looked at your card, it didn't actually add it.
Yeah, for me, it just didn't add the coin in. It said promo code was applied, but the coin didn't show up.
Yeah, that's what happened for me as well. While I'm in between sets, here's a little sneak peek of the Moon Knight figure I'm working on. We got some cool Moon Knight stuff coming out because, Moon Knight time with the trailer and show coming out soon. So I got a more show-accurate costume set up now. And I actually got a custom duct tape cape. A, because I accidentally got clay all over my actual one, and it was not looking great. It was like green and red. And then B, the duct tape ones are way easier to animate wind flow. So something new I'm trying out.
Ooh. Is it gonna be the same as when you sprayed your bricks with a spritzer?
With a what?
With a spritzer for the entirety of the film to get a rating.
Oh, a spritzer. Is that like a spray bottle?
The spray bottle is probably what I meant to say.
No, I've never heard that before. It seems like a real term though. Yeah, that was a whole ordeal. Luckily, I didn't hit any wires somehow because I didn't think before I started that my desk is on top of a bunch of cords. I just lucked out. But yeah, I picked black for my like desk when I was like, yeah, what desk should I get? It's like black painted wood or something. And boy, when you scratch it, does it show? Like the desk it's been worn in the last 2 years between water and scratches and just everything. Hence the base plate.
Yeah, for sure. I'm using a fold-up table, so that's what I found in my basement. I'm like, oh, this will work. This will do.
It works. It's
Yeah.
light too. Like the black table, I can't see anything on when I'm building.
Yeah. All right, still
Copper.
building.
Oh yeah. Copper says, "Okay, dragons. So we're about an hour in. How are your shoulders and back feeling tonight?"
All right, so the shoulders was my mistake. I'll tell you that. I was covered. So basically, I had stuff over here where my arm would normally sit. So the entire 2 hour stream, I'm holding my arm up at about almost a perpendicular, like in line with my shoulder. So the blood flow wasn't good. It was getting sore. That wasn't fun. But this stream, I was more intelligent and I pushed all the stuff that was there a 1/4 inch back. So that's not a problem right now. My back hurts because I have terrible posture. So that is also my fault, which I'm working on. But I mean, we're going strong. I can definitely finish up what we're working on.
Well, that's good.
All right.
Lego.
What about you, Portal? How's your building fatigue? What fatigues you the most when you're building?
I'm actually my back and everything is okay. I'd say it's about normal right now. My hands though are cramping. I was filming for the 2 hours before we started the stream, and then I was
Ooh.
building. So like I'm just letting them sit for a moment here because they're like my hands are already I have really bad blood flow to my fingers. So they like already are bad, and boy are they just freezing and locking up.
Yeah. I had a friend of mine who his blood circulation was so bad that we could write things like draw things on his hand in the cold because it would take like a minute for the blood to like get the white stuff away. Hilarious.
Hilarious. As he's dying from
Dying
poor
from
circulation.
poor circulation.
Lego M News says sometime around February or March I'll be making Lego painted customs for Sonic 2. Can't wait to see that. That sounds awesome. I would love to get another Sonic set because this one has pins at the end to connect to something else. And you could argue it's to connect to another one of these, but I think it means we might get another Sonic set at some point. So Sonic 2 would be pretty awesome. Then we could get some custom molds. So I
Or
can't wait to see those.
maybe like a Mario set even.
That would be perfect if they made Mario in this style. That would just be perfect. This is what the Mario sets should have been. Just courses like this that you can connect and stuff. Because really, the possibilities are endless with the style. It's 4-brick stick, and you can make any classic 2D video game with it. So you can have Sonic, you can have Mario, you can have everything else, and Street Fighter you could do in this style. Mortal Kombat, the original ones, you could do in this style. It'd be so cool. So cool. And like the idea of just making giant courses, and then if they did like a whole line, they could do one of those boxes where it's just a bunch of pieces to kind of like mock up your own courses. It'd be so cool.
Lego's got to capitalize on our great ideas.
They really do. Just please give us Mario, Lego. Mario minifigures and more Sonic. That's what we want to see. And Street Fighter, because I think that would be legit. Oh, I found this. I hate walk cycles. Like, I love them, but I hate filming walk cycles.
They're so painful to film.
I know. So I'm getting better at them, but at the same time, I just don't like doing them. Because, like, every other walk sequence I make, I'll accidentally have the same, like, leg go twice at some point, and then I have to redo everything. So I found this cool trick, which I used in the most recent video. I can't do it a lot, but I think I can do it sometimes, where it's like, if this frame is only showing the top half of the figure, you can just connect their legs, to one of these, and then like move it like that, and you can do like really cool running effects, like running fast or high jumps and stuff. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Ooh, especially if you lock the camera onto them. So you might film being able to see that, but you like zoom in artificially through it, and then you have like it goes up and down with them going over an obstacle or something like that. But you don't even have to see it because of the technique you're talking about.
That would also be cool. I like that idea. I'll have to try that out.
Ah, not everything's locked in, so if I grab that, all things pop off.
We got some cool, interesting chat. Red Reality says, I spilled Dr. Pepper on my keyboard, and the only keys that are soft is 7 and up arrow. I don't know why, it's just those two. Huh. That sucks to spill stuff on tech, man. It's always a bad feeling.
Ooh, I was driving home today, completely off topic, but I was driving home, and my car was sitting out in the cold in like a parking lot, and I swear, like the brake fluid or something, like my power steering was like weak, as was the brake assist. So I was like starting to drive out and like, oh, this is a lot more effort than I usually have to do to turn the steering wheel. And I was like, stepped on the brake, like, wow, feels like I'm pushing on like a yoga ball.
Oh man.
Yeah, but it warmed up after a little bit, so it's all good.
It's all good. Diego El Humano says, hi, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Good vibes all around. Thanks for coming to the stream here. Good to see you. Man, I love this style of packaging. Hold on, let me put it on screen. I love this style of packaging, but every time I try to open it, this flap right here, there's no good way to cut it without like ripping up the tape and ruining the box, and I like to keep the boxes. I almost cut myself or do cut myself every single time I try to open it. Almost slashed myself this time. Just painful. Whoa. They actually don't show how to make the minifigures. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
At that point, they assume that you know how to make a minifigure. Very bold of them.
Wow. That is bold of them. I think they're right.
And so, I took this moment as an opportunity to prove them completely wrong.
Oh, man. I got it. There's no special stuff. I'm all good. They show you a picture at least of what they're supposed to look like. Which
Complaint to Lego did not show how to assemble a minifig.
Couldn't figure it out.
Sounds like a you problem, my friend.
Red Reality says a funny skateboard. Post a little skateboard emoji. I didn't know there was a skateboard emoji. Actually,
oh, nice.
That's kind of
I didn't
cool.
either.
Once again, here's the so-called candle piece being used in a way better use for a gun modifier. I really like how that looks. And I like that in stop motions they can take it off and put it on, like a silencer or something.
Yeah, nice suppressor on there. Fun fact, did you know that silencers, unlike in the movies, don't silence your shot?
Oh yeah, they're still very loud.
Yeah. So the goal of a silencer is not to make it so no one can figure out if you shot or not, because that would be ridiculous. The goal of a silencer is you can use it without needing earmuffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Guns are loud, like really loud. Like it's crazy.
Now, speaking of silencers, did you see what the U.S. military made a couple of years ago?
No, I did not.
It's a silencer for a tank that's about 3 times the size of a tank. And because of how far the tank, like, ballista shoot or whatever, it, like, makes it impossible to know where the shot came from. So it's just like it's coming from the sky. And it's like this thing,
ridiculous.
They need a tank twice the size of the tank that's shooting to carry the silencer. Like, it's insane.
But I mean, imagine not being able to know where a tank shot came from, though. That would be devastating.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Especially for like a Black Ops mission. Like, that'd be scary.
Bro, everyone out here playing in the battlefield until the frickin' sniper tank pulls up.
From like 100 miles away.
Oh, yeah.
And you cannot hear it.
Can't hear it, can't figure out where the heck it came from. All you know is you just got hit by a tank shell. And yikers. I almost said bullet, and I was so disappointed in myself.
Red Reality says Porto's creating my brothers. Yeah, there's nothing like a good clone army. I think this is 7 clones I have now. I might have to pick up a couple more of these because I love army building.
Yeah, army building's lit.
Oh, we got Mildred De La Rosa says hi, hello. Arachnicraft22 says speak Spanish. I cannot speak Spanish. Can you, Dragon?
So I took 1 year of in-person Spanish, 1 year of online Spanish. So they actually canceled each other out because I learned negatively in the online. All I can tell you is the only important phrase I learned in Spanish was no tengo novia, which is I don't have a girlfriend. And that's about the only important thing I
Gotta use that one when you're flirting in Spanish. I mean, that'll be the only thing you can say, but...
Just go up to a random Spanish girl and just say that. And then just walk away. The confusion, I think, would be worth it. All right, we're on bag 7.
Now, there's the video idea. Flirting with girls, but I only know how to say one thing in Spanish.
Yeah, so I did surprisingly well in Spanish, I'll tell you that. For how much I did not want to do that class, like, the only reason I took Spanish was for PSEO requirements. Like, I hated Spanish. But that didn't mean I didn't get, like, Spanish as, like, a 3.9 for no reason. And
Dang.
just to give you an understanding of how well I did in this class, when the whole, like, COVID stuff hit, or, like, we went online, right? I didn't do anything for 1 semester until the last 2 weeks, and I still got an A-. Just to put that in perspective.
I remember you going, like, off the grid for, like, a week, because you're like, yeah, I haven't done Spanish this year, so I gotta do that real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be gone for a week.
It wasn't fun, but I woke up in the morning at 6 o'clock, and then I went to bed at 8 o'clock, and I did Spanish everywhere in between. Like, I stopped for meals, obviously, but it was just straight Spanish work, and it was crazy. I was not expecting to, like, do as well as I did, but I mean, you know, that just further rewards the procrastination, which is always nice. Because, like, man, you know, if I can do all this semester stuff in 2 weeks, imagine. Which is totally not true. That was a fluke. There's no reason that should have worked, but it still happened.
Somehow it worked anyway.
Yeah.
Copper says silent.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Sorry.
You go ahead. I'll mention it before I put this last one in.
All right. Copper says silencers also warp the sound wave, so it's harder to figure out where the shooter is in general. Oh, that's good to know. So it's not just the super tank ones. That's cool.
All right. So what I was going to say was take a look at this another new piece. Do you know what this is, Portal?
No.
That is a Technic pin that is 3 long.
Oh, that is cool.
And specifically, it is a pin because the end is flat. So it's a Technic 3 long to pin 3 things together.
That is really cool.
That was just casually dropped in this Monkey Kid set, I'd like to mention. That is the budget that they have.
It's pretty insane.
I feel like, honestly, with their ability, I would say that Monkey King makes sets and then goes, hold on a second. In order for this set design to work, we need this specific piece. And they go, okay, let's print it out. Because that's what it feels like. Like, obviously, it goes through the design process and that stuff of, like, what they need to do, but still. Are you translating that, Portal?
I was trying to, but then someone else translated, apparently. Arachnicrast is slang in Spanish, and then supposedly, Red Reality says, Spanish guy asks if you need help while having a cardiac arrest, and Dragon says, I don't have a girlfriend. Oh, that's amazing. It's like the I have a boyfriend, but the reverse.
Yeah. I've seen too many of those videos where it's like I think there was an entire video about like these dudes who are like following a car and they like get out at some point and they're like, we have boyfriends actually, and they start going off and they're like, and they point back and the hose and nozzle for the gas pump is in their car. And they drove away with it.
Oh my gosh.
And
Painful.
like they got out of their car, didn't look around at all, just immediately started going off. And I'm like, oof. Yeah. Translating something else. I think Google Translate has an option to use your camera and translate it on the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because that was
That's
something
kind of
I was
cool.
thinking about. I was like, what if I made software where you pointed it at something that was in a different language and it took the color on like average, used a backplate, right, to mask it, and then put the translated version on it. And it turns out Google already does that. They already have a feature, or at least
Oh, that's cool.
translating by image, but still.
New Bear 99 says hi. Hey, New Bear. Thanks for showing up. Wally Spadina says, gotta go. Have a good night. To my favorite Together YouTube channel. Well, thank you, man. Have a
I
good
mean,
night as well.
to be fair, it is like 10 o'clock right now. So if people are leaving, that's perfectly fine, but we're going to keep building.
Okay, outside of the clones in the set, which are obviously cool, I didn't realize how many of these amazing computer pieces are in it. There's 3 of these. Hold on, let me get a better angle on it. There's 3 of these cool green ones, which are prints, not stickers. And then there's 2 of these cool red ones, which are also prints. That's pretty awesome. And they give you 2 extra blasters, which is nice, because the last wave of battle packs in 2020, they were giving you the fake blasters that no one likes. So this is a nice mix-up.
They finally learned from their mistakes. If you can do it, Lego, just keep learning from them.
Exactly. Overall, pretty lit battle pack, though.
Where do these go? Oh, they're there.
Wiley says, before I go, Dragon just spawned my Google Home while talking about Google Translate.
That is an impressive feat. Hey, Alexa, look up how to make a bomb. All right, time to get some people
I have
on
headphones
the
on. Look, if you don't have headphones on, not a good day to be you, unfortunately. Red Reality says, BRB, boys.
Yeah, see you later. We'll
Oh,
definitely
shoot.
be on by the time you get back. What's up?
Why did I just build that battle pack?
Yeah, isn't that the one that you could sell for more?
I was going to look at it, yeah. Whoops. I've just been so excited to open it. Oh well, it was worth it. I enjoyed it. I was gonna build this. I don't even know why I brought the other one over here. Whatever. You know what? It's a lit build. I'm happy to have it. I'm definitely gonna have to pick up another one. In terms of why I built it today, who knows? A little bonus, I guess.
Sometimes the hands just build Lego.
For real. Jay Lee says hi. Hey man. Hey person. I like that profile pic of the palm tree in the sunset. That's really cool. He says they say Lego Sonic cool. I agree. Lego Sonic is cool. How far are you?
Me?
Yeah.
All right, so the instructions say I'm past half.
Do you think I have time? Should I pull out the set I was going to grab, the brickheads?
Yeah, you have time.
Okay.
I think you'll finish that one before me.
I can at least get 1 dog built, probably.
Yeah.
At my my current rate of like 10 pieces an hour.
Hey, you're reading the chat, so you're doing more work than me, I'd say.
That's true. I'm also just generally slow at building. There's no excuse for that part.
I mean, technically speaking, you are faster at building than me in an official race.
That's true. You're not wrong there. I'm excited to do the next race and see who is still faster.
Still faster implies that you're going to win again, Portal.
I am going to win again. Sorry, did I forget to say
you
that?
probably are going to win again, let's be honest.
The difference is this time, I plan on demolishing you.
Yeah, you build brickheads a lot more than I do, and this looks like a more brickhead type build.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I feel like I have every advantage this time around. Unless Dragon goes and starts watching like people building this.
I'm going to learn the techniques on speed building, actually, in between now and then.
Oh, man. Well, you did say you're getting multiple, right? So for all I know, you could like build them before.
I have to save them for the thing that comes after that race, which is the the whole like, oh, I'm gonna build it from the box, and then also I'm gonna build it from completely memory with no reference image, and just see how cursed it gets.
Oh yeah. Well, did I tell you my idea? We
Oh
could,
yeah,
to mix
we
it
are
up, try
racing
racing without instructions.
Yeah, and even then, you would have the advantage there too because you don't build with instructions more than I do.
Exactly. I mean, only twice, but that's still something.
Yeah, it's still like figuring out. I mean, you built that brickhead without instructions. Pretty impressive.
I got I got close to building that brickhead without instructions.
It's the thought that counts.
All right, I'll go with that. Copper says Bortle better start with Bortle. Portal. What is my name? Portal. Better start with the smaller dog. Lol. Yeah, for real. I can't even find the instructions for the smaller dog. Oh,
All
it's at
I'm,
the end of the booklet. Okay.
all I'm saying is, I think there's still a Portal pod out there where Portal just like is. I don't know what was going on that night, but when we recorded that Portal pod, he was struggling with words.
My
Like,
brain broke.
I think it's the intro is him saying his me and Portal, just like in an infinite loop. That was such a good night.
Sometimes I say stuff wrong, and then I just like can't say anything else other than that. You know.
It's happening again.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Hold up. I'm a big fan of Dalmatians. Look at all these printed Dalmatian pieces.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. The only stickers for these is for the actual stand, not the dogs themselves, which is pretty lit, if you ask me. What an odd mix. I got Sonic, clones, and dogs.
All right. The only Dalmatian that I've ever worked with was a crazy one. Like, when he first came there, he was one of the dogs that just rattled up all the other dogs and caused problems. And I spent a week of just like constant, just like being on him all the time, like next to him. He started like acting up, he just immediately, and that was a heck of a week, but it was so worth it because at the end of the week, we're like sitting there and we're like, man, he is not the dog that would start fights that he used to be because like he would cause problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was just what. So I assume that in most of these cases, it's a dog that has never interacted with other dogs, so they don't know what they're doing. Like there's a German Shepherd who, how he tries to play with dogs is he just opens his mouth and he puts his entire mouth around their neck, and of course,
Oh, jeez.
the dog just like starts snapping at him, but he's like he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's like lost puppy following dogs around. And it's like, well, it's pretty obvious that he's never interacted with dogs or doesn't have a dog at home or something like that, because why else would he act like that? So you feel bad, but also you have an 8-hour shift where there's a dog that's sitting by the gate watching the entire time, and you're like, oh, think positive thoughts.
So did they give you like a training on how to train dogs or work with them, or is it just like figure it out?
There is definitely we watch a 2-hour safety video for like judging dogs in terms of like bite safety and like instructions on that. And then when you go in there, obviously like the first couple days and like the first week is like learning dogs' names, learning just sort of the procedure. And then eventually later they gave like a more in-depth on like handling dogs. So the owner of the small business comes in and he's like, okay, this is how you should do it. It's just sort of like how to properly use like dominance as well as because obviously if you only punish a dog, it's going to be afraid of you the entire time, and you don't want that. But if you
Right.
only reward a dog and don't punish it for the bad behavior, it's going to just do whatever it wants because it gets away with it anyways. So it's just sort of this mix of like you're taught on that, I think, is the important thing. So
Okay.
I mean, there was a dog today that was just like would not stop biting, and you have to learn how to properly use dominance so that the group is safe. So
Because I was gonna say, for not owning a dog, like you seem very knowledgeable on dogs.
yeah, the like 7 to 8 weeks I've been working there have taught me a lot. And I mean, the main thing is so many dogs there are completely untrained. There are dogs that do not know how to sit, which
Oh
baffles.
my gosh.
Like, that's how untrained some of these dogs are. And those are the problem dogs, right? When I first started working there, there's this chocolate lab who purposefully took advantage of new people. He would bark at you, and then when you turn to look at him and tell him to stop barking, he would bark even more to like a higher degree. And
That's
like,
amazing.
running around, starting like play fights that like got more serious and causing problems. And then now, like after like 2 to 3 weeks of just like me constantly like, okay, if he starts acting up, you just immediately stop. But you also give the positive reinforcement, and not a problem anymore. Also, what the heck am I doing wrong here? So this brick assembly needs to go in here, but it's not wanting to do that. So I'm obviously doing something wrong. The question is, what is it?
What is it? That is the question, isn't it? Well, Dragon's trying to figure that out. Copper says I play back that Spotify episode. Just cracks me up every time. Me and Portal. Yeah,
That's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
my ringtone for Portal Master now. Whenever he
Oh
calls
my
me.
gosh, that'd be amazing. Honestly, I don't know what happened that night. I was just out of it for some reason, and the rest of the podcast, I was fine.
I think
Normal.
you had some moments where it was like, oh my goodness, he's struggling. But yeah, it was definitely like there was nothing that big the majority of the podcast.
Yeah, I made it through the rest of it.
Made it is the key word there.
Jay Stop Motion says I think Lego's so fun. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Red Raptor says I'm back and just uploaded my stop motion. Oh, that's so awesome. Cannot wait to check it out after the stream.
Yeah, it's always a good feeling.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I had to take the bottom apart to get this in. Ah, frick! It popped it out. What the heck? I built something wrong. Hold on.
Struggle.
Struggle. Yeah, that is a big struggle. All right, let's go all the way back. What did I do wrong? Okay, that goes there. That goes there. Yep, did that right.
Yay.
What am I doing?
Oh, you totally missed that piece right there.
What?
Right there. No, a little left. A little left. No, more than left. Your other left. Yeah, no, not that one. No, I'm just messing with you.
Oh my
I don't
god!
know what's wrong.
I knew it.
I was considering how far I go. I'm like, oh, just break it in half real quick, and then I'm like, nah, he won't buy that.
Portal understands that while I'm not very gullible, there have been moments where like I have been so I think it's stubborn gullible. I want to say because my dad had me convinced that in order to get contacts, they first had to pour silicone solution on your eyes to take a mold to fit the contacts. He had me convinced of that 5 minutes before the drive to, like the entire drive to the place, he was adding on to make it more ridiculous during the appointment. And the only time I realized that he had been messing with me the entire time is when I asked the orthodontist or the ortho whatever the eye doctor is.
No, whatever it is.
I asked her, "What? Like when do we do the mold?" And she goes, "What?" And then I look past her, and giggling in his seat, who is no longer able to contain his laughter, is my dad. So that's a long story for another time. But man, you can get me going if you try hard enough. Which is something I should not have said on stream. I'm going to tell you that.
Oh man, that definitely will never be taken advantage of.
Oh, absolutely not. But scam callers, though, if that's what you think will work, no. I find it hilarious to mess with scam callers.
Oh, me too. It's just so fun.
What did Flash see?
Flash saw a bird, probably. Or so we have a new puppy, and she is like still growing into like her senses and stuff, so she doesn't always understand where sound comes from. So when someone knocks at the front door, she'll go and bark at the back door. And Flash, being a stupid person trying to look smart, will go to the back door with her and start barking. And then she's like, oh, the older dog is barking. Obviously, we should be barking. So she starts barking louder, and Flash is like, oh, no, I can't be outshined by this puppy. So it feels this whole thing of a young puppy who doesn't understand stuff yet, and just not the brightest dog trying to look smart.
I remember
Because for a border collie, he's just not there.
It's been so long since I've seen Flash, but Flash was. I remember when he was a puppy, like Flash would like he would go on the stairs, and then instead of going down the stairs, he would jump off the stairs into a bush next to the stairs.
Oh yeah, he'll do that.
Yeah. Flash is a wonderful dog, but I remember we were sitting in Portal's room one time, and he goes, Flash, attack. And Flash actually started biting my ears when he was a puppy, which was hilarious.
Yeah, we got lucky too, because when he was a puppy, he didn't have like sharp teeth. Phoebe, our new puppy, she is like ripped up my hand multiple times.
Bro, Flash was so bitey when he was a puppy. Like, it
Oh
was
yeah,
crazy.
puppies usually are, because
Yeah.
they get that teething phase, and like they gotta teeth everything.
Gotta get a taste for blood somehow.
Yeah. Well, so our new dog Phoebe, we've been putting up these gates around the house, right? So she can't get into areas. I get home one day, she doesn't realize I'm home. And I
Oh, no.
watch as she jumps over all of the gates with no problem.
Oh no. All right, how big are we talking? Is she when she jumps over these gates though? Like
So
big or small?
well, when she was first doing it, she was pretty small. She's now slightly bigger than Flash, and she'll probably be about 50% bigger than him. And this is a tall gate. The gate is tall enough that I eat it about once a day trying to get over them.
Well, that's a good mental image I'll have now. So
Well,
is Phoebe a black lab or a black retriever?
flat-coated retriever, black. Yep.
Yeah.
But we had one right in front of my door, right? So she couldn't get into my room. And every morning I'd wake up, and I am not fully there when I wake up, man. Like I'm still half asleep.
Oh no.
Every morning I'd eat it on this gate. Every single morning.
Oh.
And then I'd go, "Who put the gate there?" And then someone would yell back, "You did." And I was like, "Oh shoot, I did."
Oh. Yeah. That sounds like for some reason I set up like my Nerf Claymore mine that I have. I set that outside my room door for some reason. I don't remember what the reason was. But I woke up in the morning, or I think it was the middle of the night, and I had set it up in front of the door. And I woke up and I went out to the bathroom successfully, right? Because I knew it was there. But coming back, it's like the middle of the night, right? So I get to my room, I open the door, and I immediately set off the tripwire and scare the crap out of myself. At like 2 in the morning, too. So there's like everyone's asleep, and then you hear like a plastic snap and a just from nowhere.
That's awesome. Oh, Fruit Toast says, just joined. Hey, Fruit Toast, thank you for joining the stream. And Copper, referring to me messing with Dragon, says, Portal, Dragon's going to reach through the screen and wring your neck. Accurate. It does have those creepy shear cutter thingies, so.
Yes. All right. Unfortunately, I can't bring it on the plane to California. So if we do an unboxing video, we won't have the knife or that. We'll have to suffice with the inappropriately like sharp tools that Portal has at his house.
Oh yeah, we do have sharp tools. We just sharpened all our knives, so they're sharp now.
Not ominous at all.
No, definitely not. I could imagine just like a Dragon trying to carry those through TSA.
Sir, why do you have a Bowie knife and shears? No reason.
Oh, those, I just bring those everywhere.
Would you believe me if I said it was for opening Legos?
Oh, man. Well, when I came back from the last stream we did in Minnesota, right, I had, like, the Lego set in my bag, and boy, did they think that was something else. I don't know what they thought it was, but it was enough that they first got a security card to pull me to the side, right, and then sent my bag back through security before opening it. Like, they sent it back into the x-rays, did a special x-ray, and then opened it. I was like, what do you think I have in there?
First of all, I'd like to mention, technically speaking, Portal left one of his benches from the set that he built here in Minnesota, which is funny, because I was like, what the heck is this bench doing here? Where did I get this from? Until I realized that was Portal's, right?
What's so funny is, bouncing off that real quick, I was sitting there looking for it, and then I finally give up, and an hour later, Dragon texts me, he's like, I got your bench. I was like, oh.
Yeah, second of all, this isn't the first time that Portal has been, or has had his bag taken through security. Because
every single time I fly.
Yeah, Portal. I didn't realize this. He packs his bag. Like, why don't you describe to them how you do it, just so they understand what's going on?
Well, apparently I pack like a criminal, is what I've been told by TSA, but I don't know another way to pack it. So basically, I army roll my clothes, right?
Yeah,
And
of
I
course.
put
That's what I.
those on the bottom. And then I put the books. And because of the way I like to organize stuff, I put books on like the outer pockets. Then on the inside, I'll usually put something that looks sketchy on the x-ray. And this is not on purpose, but like, for instance, banana bread, which they thought had knives in it. And what was it? A lunchbox with like the reflective stuff. And they're like, whoa, we can't see inside of that. But basically, the books, along with the material of the bag I use, masks the x-ray to the point where like every single time I go through TSA, they have a problem with me. Every single time. And it's like I've tried to be good and I don't know what to do.
And you would go, well, Portal Master, after the first time, why wouldn't you start packing your bags differently? And the answer to that is,
Well, I tried packing it differently once. And I brought hold on, let me grab it. Let me see if I have it on me. Where is it? Oh man, I know I have it around here somewhere. I can't think of it. It's one of those like metal nail things where you can like imprint your hand and faces and some
oh
stuff, you know?
no.
And so, but I packed really well. And then I picked this up as like a gag gift while I was at the place, right? So I get back and they like are like, oh my gosh, what does this 9-year-old kid have, right? And it looked like a bunch of knives on the x-ray. So then I was like, you know what, forget this. No matter what I'm gonna do, it's gonna be pain. So
It's gonna trip TSA.
it
Portal
is.
is just he wants to make friends with the TSA agents. That's all. He just needs
Well,
we gotta have conversation.
to prove that it's not like just me being dumb, I had a scrap of paper in my pocket once, and the metal detector picked it up.
Tinfoil
Dead
or just
serious.
normal paper?
Normal paper. Normal paper. They were like, take everything out of your pockets. So I took the paper out, and I guess it ripped a little bit. And then they like scolded me. They're like, bro, we told you to take everything out of your pockets. Now we're gonna pull you aside and check your bags. I'm like, why you gotta check my bags? And they're like, the metal detector went off. I'm like, on me, not on my bags. And you don't argue with TSA, by the way. That's a bad idea.
No, you don't.
But
TSA
anyway,
is not court.
I was like, there's a shred of paper in my pocket. What do you want me to do about it? We couldn't even find it at first, dude. That was the best part. We couldn't find it. So they sent me back through the metal detector, and it picked it up again.
All I'm saying is, technically speaking, a lot of the stuff that TSA does is for the feeling of security. I mean, and that works. Even though, like, I forget what it was, but they, like, did, like, a survey, and TSA missed, like, 2 bombs or something like that. Like, a significant amount.
I think the idea is, at this point, they're harder than everywhere else, which is enough.
Yeah. Because, like, traveling from the U.S. is, or in the U.S. is pretty locked down, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah, they do a pretty good job nowadays.
Yeah. I'd like to mention that Portal isn't the worst because, technically speaking, my mom is a criminal in the Netherlands for that reason. She bought souvenir knives and she bought a souvenir spear. She put the souvenir spear in her whatever the stowaway one is, and then she accidentally put the souvenir knives in her normal bag. Now you can see the problem that's arising with this. As they get to TSA and they say 3 knives in her carry-on bag wrapped up in newspapers because that's how the
Oh,
security
no.
wrapped it up. And so she had to sign a legal agreement saying basically like she's a criminal in the Netherlands, which
Oh,
is
my
I find
gosh.
so funny.
That's hilarious. Going through some chat real quick. Copper says, Dragon, bring a brick separator carved into a point on the plane. Tell them it's just Lego.
Just Legos. What's the worst that can happen?
Fructose says, where's Portal? I'm on the left side of the screen. Portal is, that is. Emmett Brick Studios says, oh, sorry, I'm late. Red Raptor asks, Portal, what's your favorite color? Mine is orange, and Dragon's is purple?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
purple
go
and black is usually the consensus.
Let's go. And then Fructose says, do you have Lego Man? Not built, but yeah, I could probably build a Lego Man figure.
I don't think I could. I don't have a lot of like generic bricks, I would say.
Yeah, you don't somehow, which is odd. But I guess
Technically
just depends on
speaking,
the
I
things you
should
like.
because my collection was my dad's collection from when he was a kid. So I've got like original space stuff in there. but I don't have like Lego Man.
I'm in like the same situation as you, but I think my dad did more of the city stuff, so that's kind of
Yeah.
how I got.
My dad did almost exclusively space, I would say.
That old space stuff was all the old
Yeah.
Lego, honestly, so
Like
cool.
even the old space, like the first lines of space was just amazing.
We need just straight up legacy Lego.
Yeah. Like Legacy was good for Ninjago, but imagine if they did like Legacy on almost everything.
Be so cool. And would totally sell.
Yeah.
Rockstar Foxy fan says, "Hey, I'm back. Thank you." Copper says, "Portal, I didn't know your favorite color is orange. Me too. Hey, best color gang. Let's go." Red Reality says, "I'm back. I returned with air in my lungs." Well, that is good. We'd much prefer to have you here alive than have you here dead.
I
Good
mean,
time for a views of you joke.
technically speaking, you can be alive without air in your lungs. It's called carbon dioxide, baby.
That's true, but not for long. Right? Yeah, not for long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know from experience.
Wait, what? Uh-oh. Did Portal almost die once?
Actually, I did almost die once, but that was, and I was like actually twice. But the first time I was too young to understand it, and I thought it was cool. When I look back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should be dead.
Oh no, what happened?
So like my family moved from California to Minnesota, right? So we
Yeah.
were like, I mean, I grew up in Minnesota, so I have a lot of that like common sense stuff. But at first, like we had none of that. We were like, oh, it's like California because the whole world is like California, right? No, that's not accurate. First of all, second of all, we were camping, right? And there was a tornado, and we
Oh
didn't know proper
no.
tornado protocol, so we just started driving, and the
Oh,
tornado straight up followed us for like a half an hour.
what? Really?
Dead serious. I remember looking at the tornado out of the back window and being like, whoa, this is the first time I've seen a tornado. That's pretty cool. And now I
Oh
look
my
back, I'm like, oh
gosh.
my gosh. Yeah. Super scary. Also, shout out to the lady in the gas station who said we could not come in and had us continue to drive. Really appreciate that person.
The tornado's got to stop for gas too, guys. Come on.
For real.
Let's
We stopped
let's
at a
be real.
gas station because there's like people like in the gas station. We were like, hey, can we come in? And she was like, no, I'm locking the doors. What? Whatever, though. Some people just want you to run away from tornadoes. So that's what we did. And it worked. We're still here. And then the other time I almost died, because it's happened twice, so I got a good track record going. I was under, like, it was one of those, like, those big, like, inflatable pool slide contraption things?
Yep.
This one was in California, and the people running this thing should not have legally been running it, in my opinion. Anyway, though, I fell into the water, right? And then, because they didn't properly secure this thing, it drifted on top of me. And that one I remember freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh. And I survived.
I almost
Luckily.
drowned as a kid, I'll tell you that. Like, I think I was a weak swimmer or something at some point. But, like, I remember, like, trying to swim in from a raft at some point and, like, just starting to drown in, like, 7 feet of water, right?
That's
If
crazy.
I had been in my senses, I probably could have, like, bobbed and I would have been fine. But my dad had to, like, run from the dock, swim out, and then he wasn't upset, but he's like, we definitely took swimming classes after that, I'll tell you that.
The thing about drowning is the moment you realize, oh my gosh, I'm drowning, all common sense goes away. At least it did for me. Like, it's like panic time.
Yeah. Because, like, the reason that you drown is not like, oh, yeah, you're gonna, you stopped breathing correctly. It's all of a sudden your lungs get water and they go, well, this isn't supposed to be here. Let's stop breathing so it doesn't keep coming in here. And your body goes, well, you see, there's a little bit of a problem with that considering I need to breathe to live. And your
You
body goes
basically
into
suffocate
panic mode.
yourself.
Yeah, you suffocate yourself. That's why you die of drowning. If your body had a normal response, such as, well, I think
Let's swim up.
the response is meant for you being underwater. So if you're underwater and you like run out of breath, you don't just suck in all the water and you just die from suffocation because you can't get it out. But there's a little bit of a downside to that of you can't bring in air when you're at the surface, so you're flailing about and you're not bringing in the air you need. And then all of a sudden, all logic and reasoning goes out the window. Speaking of all logic and reasoning going out the window, hashtag sheer safety.
Of course.
Of course,
Red
of
Raptor
course.
says, my dad is building a car. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Red Reality. We got lots of red. Red Reality says, my favorite color is red. Makes sense. Rockstar says, me just waiting for a second Clutch Powers movie. That would be amazing.
The first Clutch Powers movie was so good.
It
Like,
really is.
it was legendary.
I don't know where to even find that anymore. Because it used to be on Netflix, but it hasn't been in decades.
I have it
Or
on DVD.
in half a decade. Now, that's smart. That's smart.
Or rather,
That's what I need
my
to do.
grandma has it on DVD because I think we went to we would buy movies on like a semi-regular basis when we went to her house and watch them. And I think we went to a thrift store and we found it and we're like, oh, this looks cool. It's a Lego movie. And it was like an amazing find.
Yeah, that movie is just, it's so cool. It is a shame we never got sets for that movie.
Yeah. I don't remember why they even made the movie in the first place because it's not like a branded thing either.
I have no idea. But Legoland still shows the movie, supposedly.
Really?
Yeah. Because I saw a picture the other day and they're like, whoa, didn't know Legoland still did this. I was like, neither did I.
remember going to Legoland older than when I should have gone to Legoland. Like, I was too old to appreciate it. Especially, it was a little bit run down too. And I'm like, oh man, if I was 9 or 10, this would be an awesome experience. But I'm 14, so it's not as good of an experience, which is a shame.
I know. I feel like because I feel like the one at this point is the Lego house, but unfortunately that's another country away. Because that's what I would love to see that. They have exclusive sets and everything. It's just really cool. It'd be fun. Because you can redeem VIP points for tickets, but it's
Ooh, that's
the
cool.
problem is not tickets for that place. It's the plane ride and the hotel and everything. And a visa and it being in another country, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Hashtag USA Lego House. That's what we need.
Traveling to other countries is difficult. I'll tell you that.
I've only done it once, and it was when I drove into Canada for 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, actually, I do. Technically speaking, do make a lot of Canada trips because we have a cabin up there, so we pretty frequently go up there. But I mean, plane flights across different areas is weird.
Yeah, Canada's definitely a different country, but in terms of every other country, Canada is it's pretty chill.
Yeah.
Fructose says, I'm making a spider. I cannot talk today. I'm making an Into the Spider-Verse stop motion. That sounds so awesome.
Also, on the topic of Canada, I find it so funny that we just have a random state that's just in Canada, basically.
Oh, Alaska.
Yeah, it's not connected to the U.S. at all. It's just in Canada for some reason, and we just sort of vibe there.
Because at least Hawaii is an island, but Alaska is straight up connected. It is really
it's just
odd.
a part of Canada, and we're like, you know what? This is our state. I mean, it was more complicated than that, obviously, but still.
The best part is the U.S. and Canada is so chill that they've never taken it. Because what would we do if Canada's like Alaska is ours now? There's nothing we could do.
We would probably just take over the entirety of Canada. Canada does not have a very strong military force, I'll tell you that.
That's true. We could. But
I think they have 5 fighter jets or something like that. It was a number so funny that there could be a U.S. millionaire who had the same amount of fighter jets that they did.
I guess that's a good point. But what about back 1800s when they had the lumberjacks who were crazy good at fighting and all that stuff? Why did they never just take Canada? Been hey, this is ours. There's no modern travel, so you literally cannot get to it.
Wait, are we talking about the U.S. or Canada?
Canada. Why not just take back Alaska?
I would say, well, what time frame are we talking, right?
During the time frame when they burned down the White House. Why not go and take Alaska?
This fact was mentioned to me, but Canada just sort of savage modes burned down the White House. That was the thing they did.
Have you seen the parody song some Canadian made about it?
No.
Okay, as an American, it's hilarious and also insulting, but it's pretty funny. because it's one of those. It's like totally parody, and it happened like 200 years ago. But it's like some parody of like some big song, and it's like I think it's "Burning Ring of Fire," but it's like burning like the White House or something, and it's like Canada's the best, and it's so funny because they're like actively making fun of the fact that like Canada is no longer a superpower.
I don't think Canada ever was a superpower, though. Like,
That's true. I guess they just used to be powerful because America and all these other superpowers weren't superpowers.
I guess, but I mean, I would say we're like Canada's bigger brother. If they get picked on, then we beat them up, or we beat up
That's
the person
true.
who picked on them. Like, there's sort of an unspoken agreement that you don't frick with Canada because you're like right next to the U.S. anyways, and we're just like, maybe we'll send a couple airplanes over there to help you out.
We've like literally put out a statement to all the other countries in the world to not mess with Canada. The Monroe Doctrine. We've said,
Really?
hey, don't mess with Canada, don't mess with Mexico, otherwise we will colonize you.
uh,
Straight up, that's like what the Monroe Doctrine says.
because I think there is a reasonable argument if done correctly, we could take over Canada.
Oh yeah.
Like,
is it worth it? Probably not, but we could.
I don't know. There's a lot of natural resources in Canada, but I also don't want to make an educated argument on why we should be invading Canada.
Well,
Because someone will get the wrong idea.
Here's the thing. Canada is mostly capitalist. For a capitalist society to work, we need other capitalist societies. And taking out Canada would be a big one.
Is Canada really a big capitalist society, though?
We trade with them like a capitalist society.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, are they that big of an influence as compared to like Europe and China and Russia?
Well, China's not capitalist.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But I mean, China has high exports to capitalists.
That's true. That's true.
And ironically enough, China does, I believe, they have like capitalist zones where like they have different rules on businesses, and those are the most like productive zones in China or something like that. It's like
that's hilarious if that's true.
I also might be completely false, but I think that was a thing.
See, this is why we need our fact checker intern.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some chat. That's my job. My bad. Red Raptor says I got a brand new studio for my stop motions, so my stop motions will look better. That's lit. We're studios. Where it's at? Where it's at? Red Reality says it's pretty chill. Yeah, Canada is pretty chill.
Yeah, definitely.
He says Canada in a nutshell is chill people and chill weather equals Canada. Yep.
Very chill weather.
Copper says historians, Portal and Dragon rewrite U.S.-Canadian relationships. Oh, man. For real.
All I'm saying is, technically speaking, they owe us for burning down our White House. So at any point, we could just like sort of go over there and burn down whatever the important Canadian building is.
I feel like that is not going to be accepted by Canada.
Oh, probably not. What are they going to do? Send polar bears at us? Maple syrup us to death?
No, it's the bag milk would send America into a crisis.
I forget who it was, but there was definitely a guy at my camp that I work at who took Arnold Palmer in a jug and then took the powdered form and made a higher concentrated Arnold Palmer based off like the idea that someone had done the same thing with powdered milk. They put powdered milk in normal milk to make higher concentrated milk.
That's nasty. I'm not gonna lie. Although I'm also not a milk drinker, so.
It depends on the situation for me. Like cereal, I'll drink the milk. I might like sometimes I'll pour more milk into the bowl after I finish the cereal to drink milk.
I no longer eat milk raw. Like I'll eat it cooked and stuff. But like I no longer, and it wasn't like one of those things where it's like, oh, we shouldn't be doing that nature-wise. But now it feels like that. But I just like stop liking the taste. Like if I have cereal now, I'll either have it dry or I'll have it in orange soda.
First of all, that is a menace to society. Eating cereal dry is only acceptable when it's not breakfast time, I would say. Also, did you say eat milk?
Eat milk raw. Yeah, I don't eat it raw anymore.
What?
Yeah, I don't eat raw milk.
Why? How would you eat raw milk?
In cereal. You're eating it, not drinking it.
I would beg to differ.
In cereal, you are eating raw milk, in my opinion.
Well, technically speaking, cereal is a soup.
What? Not the way I eat it.
Well, not the way you eat it.
Well, with
But
orange soda, it is a soup, I guess.
do
Which, by the
you?
way, is really sugary, but it's so good.
Yes, it is. Do you? So hold on. Do you drink a soup or do you eat a soup?
It depends how thick it is.
Exactly.
You
And I
don't
think,
you don't drink it. I feel like you eat it more than drink it.
well, you eat the solid parts, but you drink the liquid parts because you're not
Oh,
chewing the liquid.
there's where we differ. At the end of a soup, I don't drink the broth.
What?
No,
Why?
because I don't like broth. I don't like soup. You're really asking the wrong person here. I don't like
Okay.
soup and I don't like milk in my
I
cereal.
love the
I don't know
fact
why
that
I'm
we've
talking.
been like best friends for like easily 10 years, and we still don't know these like crucial details about each other. You don't like soup?
There is 2 soups that I will eat in the entire world, and they're each made by specific people. Other than that, I've never liked any soup.
That's fair enough, but I can't believe you don't eat soup.
Soup and fish food, or seafood. Anything
That's
else I'll
fair
eat.
enough. The only reason I ever ate seafood was my dad bet me like $20 I wouldn't eat an octopus. And
Oh,
I
dang.
looked him in the eyes and immediately said yes. And he goes, hold on a second, because this was a 7-year-old me. He goes, all right, I'll give you $5 if you eat an octopus tentacle, because he didn't want me eating half of it. And then obviously, not wanting to do it because it's a freaking full squid.
Oh, yeah.
So I ate a tentacle for $5. And that's the only seafood I've ever had and the only seafood I will ever want because it was
Oh,
garbage.
wow. Yeah, my family loves fish, but seafood's one of those things where, like, it's one of the only foods that I don't want to like because it's just so expensive and I don't like it right now. So I'm in a good position, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, cooking fish, I feel like is different because when we go up to my cabin, we catch fish and then we cook it, and it's really good. But
Oh,
like
yeah, I don't even eat cooked fish.
the fish, wait, what?
Yeah, no,
You
I
eat
don't eat anything under the sea.
interesting.
Oh, so
The
I thought I found someone for a moment.
but here's the thing.
I
I
love
don't like
fishing.
non-caught fish. So like the store-bought salmon, I don't like. Like it's not right. But when this fish is cooked, like with the way that we cook it up at my cabin after catching it, it's so good.
I've never had fresh fish like that. So that I would be interested in trying that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Portal and Dragon now discuss milk, Copper says.
Yeah.
Red Reality says that was one of the funniest things I've heard. Soup.
All I'm gonna say is, you guys are witnessing some true Lego content right now. This is very revolutionary to the Lego world. This is not something you would hear anywhere else.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got hot takes.
I've been streaming too long when the battery's running out on the device. Hold on, let me plug this in.
That's why I'm plugging my phone just right at the start.
Well, this device was at 100%, and it is now at 10%. That just gives you.
Oh, dang. Well, there you go. I started at 3%, so I kind of had to plug in. Good thing I made it, honestly.
You started at 3%?
Yeah, because I was filming and I didn't want to plug in when I was filming, so I started filming at 20%. So
I told you would finish before me on the Dalmatian thing.
I did,
I still got 3
and they're
bags.
so cute. Sorry, what were you saying?
I still got 3 bags left on this thing.
Oh, dang. I feel so good. I was able to do my small set, my my 100-piece set, and the Time Dragon was able to do the 1,000. Boom, roasted.
Ah, yes, boom roasted. That was the appropriate sentence there.
Most definitely. Red Reality says Portal is weird. Yes, very important info about Lego. Oh yeah, you got right on the mark there. And Copper says, wait, what? This is a Lego stream? Who knew?
We didn't inform the moderator. We're doing a Lego stream again. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go this far off the rails.
Mike Brick Films, what is up? He says, what is up, everyone? Just arrived. Thanks for coming, man. We're building Lego and talking about anything else.
Yes,
And,
we're building Legos and then not talking about Legos in any way, shape, or form. I'd like to mention.
I feel like there's something I should add. I don't like seafood, but soup I can eat. I just don't really enjoy it. It's not my thing, but like I could eat it no problem.
I think the only food that's like seafood for you is Mexican food. I am not a spicy guy. we were playing a game, and we decided to add the punishment that if you lost like a round in the game, you took a shot of Tabasco sauce. And you understand what Tabasco sauce is? That's not very spicy, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, I proceeded to lose the next 3 rounds in a row after fully supporting the punishment, right? The
Hmm.
first time I did it, I did not take a shot. I put barely a couple drops on my tongue and was drinking ice water for the next 10 minutes
Oh
because
my
that's
gosh.
how hot it was for me. Because I don't do spicy at all.
I was about to say Mexican food isn't that spicy a lot of the time, but if Tabasco sauce is, yeah, never mind.
So just as a reference, the only like Mexican food I tend to like, I mean, there's probably another one that I'm forgetting, but I love just plain cheese quesadillas with just cheese. That's it.
That's
And
fair.
so at Taco Bell, I couldn't find anything I liked except for the cheese quesadillas. Now up in Hinckley, or yeah, I can say that, or rather, where the camp where I worked at, right? Uh, the Taco Bell there does not have spice or seasoning in their cheese quesadilla. But I got one on the way home from school, back home, and that was an unenjoyable surprise. To bite into something I thought was not going to be spicy, to find that it was spicy, that was not a good part of my day. Because I'm like, oh, I'll just grab something before work at Taco Bell. What's the worst that could happen? Other than obviously the consequences later. And I ate half of it and I was done with it. I was like, oh. And I'm not a guy to waste food either. It was just, I gave it to a buddy of mine, but I'm like, oh, I can't do it.
So you don't like Mexican food, it's just because of the spice.
It's spiciness, yeah.
Okay. They don't have good ones that I've ever had in Minnesota. But out here, taquitos, it's like rolled tacos. They're not spicy. They're really good, in my opinion. I mean, you can dip them in hot sauce, but it's like a rolled taco, and inside is just meat and cheese.
Yeah, that's something that I would be interested in because I used to not like tacos just because of the meat and all like the entirety of the aspect of the taco. But now in
Oh,
reality,
okay.
it's just the spiciness that gets me. Like I'm maturing, so obviously my taste buds are changing, and I can eat stuff that I didn't like before. So I would probably enjoy that to a certain extent. But it's always been Mexican food, man. Never liked it for some reason.
That's crazy. But this is a good question. Have you guys tried Takis? I love Takis. Unfortunately, I can't convince my household they're good, so I rarely have them. Dragon, you would probably not like Takis.
Spicy chips under no
Yeah.
circumstances.
You know what I'd want that was good
I
with
tried
ghost pepper
hot Cheetos
cheese?
once. I think it was the mild hot Cheetos, and that was too spicy for me. Just in case you didn't understand how white I am.
Oh my gosh. For real. I love spice, especially like every once in a while just having like a good old thing of like ghost pepper cheese or like Carolina Reaper chips. They're good.
My buddy did the one chip challenge, and I think he did it like a month ago, and he's
I
still
did
like
that 2 months
suffering from
ago.
that.
It was horrible, man. I did one too that was 2 years stale, so I couldn't swallow it at first. That thing, you don't realize how bad it is, man. I lost my dinner, my lunch, and my breakfast. That thing was horrible. I'd say it's the last time I lose a bet, but it probably won't be. That was horrible. That made the Shaq cry, man. Those things are horrible. So
Bro,
bad.
that is pretty impressive if you can make like a 7 foot tall man cry with a food item. Like that's when you know it's something serious.
Hmm. My eyes actually hurt from crying so much when I was done with that. And it's not like I'm trying to cry. It's just like it's like shoots out. It's like, dang, it's not good. That would be a fun stream. Like me versus Dragon, and like we have to balance it out. So like if you lose, you have like Tabasco sauce, and if I lose, I have like something higher. But that would be a fun
That
stream.
would be.
Whoever like
I thought you
builds
were going
slower.
like the route of like a hot test stream, and I'm like that would be a short stream, a very short stream.
That would be amazing. The Dragon's like has the Tabasco sauce. He's like, all right, I'm good. That's as hot as I want to go. Red
Um,
Raptor says I ate the whole chip and it wasn't the spiciest thing I ever ate. I don't know what year you had. 2020 was really bad, but it was definitely not the spiciest thing I've ever ate. Probably the second worst. The roulette chocolates were the worst thing I ever did.
Roulette chocolates? That sounds terrible.
So I play fantasy football every year, and I make a bet with this guy every year, and I haven't
Yep.
won in 4 years.
I think I heard about one of those bets. Was there one that involved a banana hammock?
Oh yeah, no, that was my dad. But yeah, if you think he's good, he wins bets. I haven't won in like 4 years. Anyway, though, one of the first ones, it's this box of chocolates, right? And 25% of them are infused with ghost peppers. And you can't
Oh,
smell it and you can't taste it till like halfway through eating it. The other 75% is normal, right? So the loser had to eat 4 of these things. I had
oh.
one spicy one. And it was like the third one, so at this point I'm like, oh, this is good chocolate. And you're not expecting it. It was so bad that 3 hours later, when I was finally able to kind of taste stuff, I was still feeling bad 2 days later. Like I couldn't run.
Okay. And on the note of bad chocolate with Portal Master, there's a moment vividly in my memory when we were back in like grade school of Portal opening up his lunchbox to like
Oh
see
no.
what he got for lunch. And he got chocolate and he was so excited. And he eats the chocolate and he spits it out and he goes, Mom gave me baking chocolate in my lunch.
So bad. That was horrible. That was
Yeah.
just nasty. That stuff is not good on its own.
No, definitely not. It was so funny to watch though. I'm telling you, like it was like, oh man, I don't have chocolate in my lunch. Jokes on Portal. No, he didn't have chocolate in his either. He had
Oh, that
disappointment.
was bad. It was disappointment. Speaking of going back to the spice chocolate real quick, I had to sign stuff for that, stating I knew who to call depending on which kind of symptoms I got. I was pregnant woman like couldn't eat it because it was like really bad, I guess. And if you were like over 80, you weren't supposed to eat it, and if you were under like 13, you weren't supposed to eat it. And if you had like any health problem, you weren't supposed to eat it. I was like, oh my gosh.
When you start having to sign waivers before you eat something, I think you've made a crucial judgment flaw, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, those kinds of things are a lot more fun to watch someone else die doing. I'm not gonna lie. Mike Brick says the spiciest thing I can eat is nachos with salt. Lol. There we go. Someone on Dragon's side here.
Yep.
Rockstar says the same thing. Bidet says I love Takis. Takis are so good. And Red Raptor says Portal. Autobricks responded to your comment. Oh, cool. I'll have to check that after stream. Yeah, spice is it's not everyone's thing. I knew you didn't like spice. I never realized how much you don't like spice.
Oh, I don't think you understand. Like, it's bad. Like
I still don't
I'm sure
understand. I need to see you
love
eat
to be a
Tabasco
spicy
sauce.
guy, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, technically you can build it, but if you don't have it, you don't have it.
I think honestly,
It's painful to build.
well, I think it's like your family. Because if you grow up just eating spicy food, it's not gonna be a problem. But if you grow up and you don't eat spicy food, you got a problem on your hands.
That's true. I got all the German blood in me, and they eat spice, so I guess that's where I get it from.
I mean, I think I have German blood in me too. Apparently, I have Irish blood, which I didn't realize.
That's cool. So I didn't realize this. Get this. I think this is like the coolest thing ever. I didn't know this. So like technically I wasn't born in Minnesota, right? But I moved there
Yep.
and I consider myself Minnesotan. My grandfather, my great-grandfather, lived in Minnesota, married in Minnesota, had kids in Minnesota. His whole family was in Minnesota, and worked as like the forefront of the miner community in Minnesota.
And then you
Like
went,
so somehow I just got back there.
you know what? California sounds like a good place to live, and just left.
No, he actually stayed there. It was a generation later moved to California.
Oh.
Yeah. So
So
technically
your parents moved to California?
my my right side came from Germany during World War II, but my left side came from Minnesota. My grandmother.
Oh, mom's side or dad's side?
Mom's side came from mom's side came from moved to California. Dad's side came from Germany.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. It's so odd because like left side of the family we can like barely trace, and like right side I can go back like 6 generations.
That's crazy, man. How like certain ones are lost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry if I'm not building on stream. I'm doing stickers right now.
Oh,
Like
you're good.
Monkey Kid has so many stickers. But I mean, if they had to print all this stuff, it'd be a nightmare.
Oh
Like
yeah.
this sticker sheet is like borderline 30 long. Like it's I think
Oh my
25 is the
gosh.
highest it goes.
That's crazy. Am I echoing on your side?
No, I'm not getting an echo.
All right. If anyone in chat's getting an echo, let me know. I think it's just feedback on my side for some reason. I think I have a weird setting.
Echo.
Echo? Oh, it's gone. That's ironic. Rockstar
Portal
asked,
makes
Dragon, have
Dragon
you seen
think.
the Moon Knight trailer yet?
Ooh, no, I have not. Sadly, it's definitely something I'm looking to watching.
People ask you every stream. You gotta watch it at some point.
I do. Maybe after this stream, we'll see. But
That
also,
is like
it's
the
probably gonna
hot
be like
question.
it's gonna be like 11:30 after the stream. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's true. That's the hot question is, has Dragon watched the Moon Knight? You know what? I'll download it, and next stream, if you haven't seen it yet, we'll play it on... Oh, no, we can't because copyright reasons. No, we can if we react to it.
Bro, we're gonna become. Well, how do we show reactions?
Voices.
Oh, really? That counts?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Because what if you didn't have a face? Okay, I don't know where I was going. I was going to say blind, but that wouldn't have anything to do with anything. So.
What if you're blind? What does that have to do with facial expressions? I don't know. I can't see them.
Peacekeeping says, I'm here. Thanks, Peacekeeping, for coming back. And Bidet says, what's Dragon's YouTube? This is Dragon's YouTube along with Portals. We co-own, co-run the channel. We got to find a better way to explain that.
There's the second most popular question. What's Dragon's YouTube?
Oh, man. That's one of those things that in hindsight, like the Portal Master Studios, maybe rebranded one day. Who knows?
I don't know about rebranded because if we start using real names, it won't matter anymore. But we'll see
That's true.
We'll see when that.
Change the name. Okay, so here's the thing I was going to say about reactions, and I can't. Oh, it has nothing to do with reactions. It has to do. I think learning Braille would be so cool.
Yeah, American Sign Language also is really cool to me, which is the complete opposite direction. But
well, so here's the thing: I learned ASL, right? ASL and Braille are really the only two languages that are non-vocal, and like I was learning about it. Like when you learn one of those two languages, like it expands and grows your brain a little bit because it's like when you play like a musical instrument, like it does that. It's that left side. So I think learning Braille would be cool because I can see, so I could try reading Braille and reading something else with my eyes at the same time.
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, that's the only reason like I don't like language classes. I don't like the idea of learning another language except for those like just like every other language is like, oh, learn these different like vocal sounds and how to say them and all that stuff, and it's just basically like a translation for your normal English, whereas American Sign Language has this added aspect of like it's missing one of those key things, and it's a different medium. I would say is why it's so interesting to me.
ASL is like an art form. Like when I was learning it, I was seeing people talk. I'm like, dang, that's cool. Because first of all, it's nice because you can just finger spell anything you don't know. And second of all, if you don't know a word and the person you're talking to doesn't know a word, you can just create a sign for it and continue to go. And then also there's a version of ASL where instead of signing stuff, you like paint a picture with your hands, which I think is really cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So that was a fun one to learn. It's funny because for some reason, like when people can't hear me, like I'll default to ASL and then I realize, oh, people don't understand that. But it'd be such a useful one for people to know.
I know, because imagine in like a scenario where you can't talk and you just have ASL. Like that would be so useful.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's also really messed up me trying to communicate numbers to people because in ASL, right, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 6. Which it makes sense when you learn ASL, But like people will be like, "Oh, what do you get?" And I'll hold up like the three fingers, and people will be like, "Oh, 3," and I'll be like, "No, 6." So confusion.
So, to what degree did you learn ASL? Like, how proficient are we talking?
I think I could feasibly hold a basic-ish conversation with someone who speaks ASL. Because from what I understand, they're pretty like nice and chill about it. So
So
I think
that's
I
the
could
difference.
hold a conversation.
That's why I find ASL so much more appealing than uh like other languages, because I do not think I could have a conversation with someone in Spanish. Because the thing that I struggled the most with in Spanish was listening. Because like the amount of heavy accenting that goes into words is so hard to like learn. Like, imagine you're learning a language or you're learning English, but they're not talking in like, a Midwestern or like even like a New York, like an easier accent. They're talking like the southernest Alabama accent that you can have
Oh
possible.
my gosh.
Like,
Right.
or imagine trying to learn English when they're talking when they're Scottish, like with a Scottish accent
Mm-hmm.
or Irish or something like that. Or British people. Imagine trying to learn English but with like a heavy British accent, not just like, oh, good day, mate, like the indecipherable stuff that obviously
Mm-hmm.
the people who speak that have, but I mean, it's been
Well,
a while since I've been told I have an accent.
so here's another cool thing. I get it all the time here, which is funny because I don't even think I have one. But apparently I have a very distinguishable Midwestern accent to Californians. But how many years did you take Spanish?
2 years.
Okay, so I know a lot of people have taken it 2 years and like are about in your position. I took ASL 2 summers, about 5 months total, and I'd say I could hold a conversation. It's just so much easier to learn. Like I've been watching my sister; she learns Spanish. It's hard.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And also, some people suck at teaching Spanish. When I learned Spanish, we went through the alphabet and all the added letters and the way that stuff is like pronounced differently. I have two younger brothers who were learning Spanish from a different program. Never taught him the alphabet. Never taught him like the phonetic differences. Just sort of said, "Oh, here's some words." And
Oh
like
my gosh.
that's why I dislike learning Spanish so much, is because second year of Spanish, all of a sudden we're reading Spanish textbooks and they don't even introduce some of the vocabulary. And I'm like, how am I supposed to
Oh,
learn if it's in the language that I'm trying to learn? Like that just doesn't make sense to me.
that does not. No, ASL was like so chill. Like this would be like what we're learning every week, and they'd be like, okay, here's the words they're learning. Most of them like make pretty much like they make sense. Yeah, that's what golfing looks like. And if you have problems with ones, ask me because there's probably like 7 other ways to say the word.
Yeah, I think that's why I like it so much. Because sure, there were words in Spanish that sounded similar to the English words, but I want to say ASL is more of like it's almost universal in a sense because it's actions to a certain extent and like motions is involved in it as compared to like the way you say something.
I totally agree. And I gotta admit, I think my favorite thing about ASL is when someone is like mad in ASL, like cussing or insulting or insults in ASL, it's just the best because they're so vivid. It's like, dang, you put work into that, and I like it.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
do.
cool.
I think I saw a video of like people like ASL arguing, and it's like so quick and violent, and they're like flailing around, and it's completely silent. So it's amazing.
It is super intense because like it's like it because like in English, right? We have like cuss words, but it's like anyone can say the cuss words. In ASL, it's like it's basically like someone brought up an easel and painted a picture of how stupid you are. Like it's amazing.
That is a Portal Master quote to live by.
It's so good, by the way, that they teach us how to insult people. Like each
Really?
week we had a different thing we learned, and one of the weeks was here's how you have an argument. It's amazing. And also on in my opinion, it's on purpose. I don't know if it is or not. There's like half of the ASL insults, like people who don't speak any ASL could totally understand. Like, oh man, that's an insult. But then there's like these subtle insults that I swear are designed to insult people who don't speak ASL. And I
Uh,
love it. They're amazing.
Can you give us some examples of those subtle ones? Because
Yeah.
if you're still able to.
So there's only one I can really give without showing my like face and everything, and like obviously like without moving my eyebrows the right way and everything. Like you don't get the whole thing. But for example, like that is like a big insult, and I was like, oh dang, I didn't know that.
What was it?
But like it's so casual. It's just like a flick of a finger, and then you got to tilt your eyebrow the right way.
Like that?
Yeah, and it's equivalent to basically the F word in English. Is my
Really?
understanding. Yes, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. Amazing. Because like no one would know what you're saying, and I think that's fun. But then there's
Just
also
like
like these very vivid ones that I probably shouldn't do on stream, but like that they teach us.
I love the idea of like getting demonetized for ASL. Like that would be so funny.
That would be hilarious.
Let's test it out.
Oh, we got some chat. Copper says, expands your brain, huh? We need the clinical proof Portal on his x-rays of your brain. Yes, get an x-ray of my brain before and after Braille. That would be fun. That'd make a good video, honestly.
Look at this. Another new piece.
Wait, what is that?
It's a minifigure, like the staff. You know the long staffs with.
Oh
the
my gosh,
things?
it's just the short part.
It's just the short part.
Oh, that is so cool. What is that, number 3 in the set alone?
Yeah, in this set alone, at least number 3.
That's crazy. These are cool pieces, too, because they're like modified versions of existing pieces.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're able to get away with them, because it's like, well, we've been imagining being able to use this piece in this context, so here's just the fixed version of it.
Mm-hmm. Bidet says, when is the contest in the Discord over? It's over tomorrow night, but just a reminder to everyone, it does not have to be an original, like, I mean, it has to be your video, but it doesn't have to be a new video you made specifically for the contest. So if you don't have time to make one and you want to submit an older one, that's perfectly fine. We're happy to see any submission.
Yeah. Oh, that's why. Okay. Wait, hold on. No. Wait a minute. What? All right. I think I'm having a small brain moment here. What's going on here? Yeah, these are not supposed to go there. Okay, that's why I was messed up.
Yeah, Copper says it ends today at midnight. Yeah, technically it ends today at midnight. Although, truth be told, if you were to submit something Thursday, oh no, yeah, no, it's due Thursday night. Yeah, it's due depending on what time zone you're in. It's due Thursday night. So I don't know. I guess technically for me it's still Wednesday, but yeah, most time zone is Thursday at point. So yeah, Portal's in Cali time. I was like so confused for a moment. I'm like, and then I was like, oh no, never mind.
It is
Weird being in
Thursday,
early
my
time
dude.
zones. Wait. For us, it's Wednesday though, right?
Yes, it is. I'm just
Okay. That worked. I was like, wait, hold up. Any week where Monday is like I don't go to school, really.
Yeah, that
messes
messes me up the entire week.
I love it, but it messes with me.
Because it's like you're counting it as Monday, but you don't have
Yeah.
Monday. So it comes quicker than you're expecting. Like this does not feel like Wednesday for me. It feels like a Tuesday.
Totally agree.
Because
And
honestly,
then also,
yeah, I base so much of my life around like a school schedule.
I know, right? I can't wait to be off of that.
Then
But
it's even
also
more ambiguous with a work schedule.
Yeah, that's true, honestly. Also, for some reason, like we were supposed to have like some kind of like school show like tomorrow night, but they canceled that because of COVID. But they didn't change the schedule. So like I have like a wacky Thursday. I get out at 12 o'clock. No, yeah, Thursday I get out at 12 o'clock, and Friday I don't start till 10 o'clock. So it's like a weird schedule.
That is bizarre.
Not complaining though. 4-hour school day is amazing.
That's what I do every day.
That's awesome. Oh, speaking of California, I'm not sure if you saw, but we just pushed through this legislature because of all the proof that like early school is bad for kids. So we're now starting school 2 hour or an hour and a half later than normal.
Oh, really?
Starting next year. Yeah. So what schools did to combat that is almost every school now has a period 0, which starts an hour and a half early, and it's not required. But if you want to take honor and AP, it's basically required.
Oh no.
So nothing has changed.
We do have 0 hour at my school, and you can come in 30 minutes earlier to do literally nothing, or you can sleep another hour and a half. And I think you know
That's
which option I have been choosing to do lately.
Sleep.
Sleep is so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Finishing up the Jets, and then I assume this 12th bag will be the I want to say the windshield.
Nice. Is that 12? Is that the last one?
This is the
Or you
11th.
got 2 more?
Yeah. Well, this is the 11th. 12th is the next one. I'm almost done with the 11th anyways, so.
And then
Still
13's
going?
the last one?
Nope, there's no bag 13.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I was just holding stuff in my hand, and it is now gone. Nice.
This is how you lose pieces, Portal.
I haven't been moving either. That is bizarre.
Where did it go?
Where did it go? That's really odd. I'm not gonna lie. That's fine. I'm sure it'll pop up.
What's the worst that can happen from that?
Of course. Yes, Copper is right. There's no specific times for the entries, maximum or minimum. It can be any length. Bidet says, but do I stand a chance? Yes, you totally stand a chance. We're not even looking at any of them for the most part till after the last stand. And we're honestly, unless you tell us, we're not going to know if it's an old video. So definitely enter.
Yeah,
there's like 5 or 6 prizes because there's the first place, and then I think there's 5 awards, and then there's Copper's favorite. So plenty of chances.
Yeah, Copper's favorite is very important. Ooh, is this the stream that we're gonna have Copper be a part of it? Because Copper's gonna have to react to him too.
Oh, we'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure out how we're gonna do all of this, because I don't even know how to show the videos other than. Is there a way to share your screen?
I think so. We are still going.
We've done that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to still react to certain ones because obviously we need to make sure that there's no copyright stuff. But
yeah,
we will be giving feedback on them.
I think we should give them a call first and figure out who the winners are and make that video, and then stream our like reactions and like go through each video and then announce the winners at the end of the stream, and then when the stream ends, the video uploads. So that way, if people missed it, they can still find out.
Yeah, they can still see the results of it.
But we'll have to figure that all out. We got a couple. Actually, we don't have a couple days. We should figure it out soon.
Look at how seamless it is. Take a look at this. This piece goes in here. Got this piece in here. And then these just pop together. Come on, the other one went in perfectly, but now that I'm showing it off, it's going to be annoying, but look at that. That is pretty. Wonderful.
What a beautiful color as well.
Yeah, just wonderful. All right, now time for a ridiculous amount of stickers because it's a Monkey Kid set.
All right. Red Reality says, I would love to see any kind of reaction from you two guys. Yeah, even if it's not our first reaction, I would really love to give our thoughts on each video. Live.
Yeah, we're definitely
going to be
giving feedback, what can be improved, that type of stuff.
And what we like and all that stuff. I think it'd be fun to kind of go in depth and explain stuff too, and then pair that with the short video just we want. That way you can have both. And it's a good way to kind of like, make sure to show everyone who entered, which I always like doing.
Exactly.
Because like last competition, it was hard to pick winners. That's why we have a bunch of multiple for different.
Yeah, that's why we have so many categories now. Is because that was a difficult thing to do.
We're going Oscar style this time around, but it's not the Oscars. It's the I'm trying to think of a good pun here, but I can't think of one.
The Poskers.
The Poskers.
We definitely won't regret that name later.
Of course not. What is that background you have? It looks really cool.
The background?
Yeah. Is this a box?
It's the box.
Oh, wow. It looks like the building just keeps going back. That is really cool.
Yeah. The set does have the background or the set thing in the background, but all right, that's sticker.
Bidet says you should stream a chat with the winners. Yes, unfortunately, we're having trouble streaming with more than 2 people at the moment. But I am going to figure out how to actually just stream without middleman, which is StreamYard at the moment. So I'm going to figure out. Hopefully StreamYard isn't listening. I'm going to figure out how to stream by ourselves, and then we should be able to do that kind of stuff in the future.
All right, final bag.
Pretty sure it's
final
simple to do.
stretch. Also.
Oh, that is so cool.
Doesn't stand up yet because it's not finished entirely, but that is good. Shears come out. Dang, we've been streaming for 3 hours, and I'd like to mention these last 2 bags have been those 3 hours. I did not expect to go this much longer.
Dang. Hey, it's worth it. 3-hour stream is a nice stream.
It's a good amount of time. Gives plenty of people to come through. Is this a brand new chopstick piece? What the heck?
Wait, what?
Look at this. Have you seen this piece before, Portal?
Is it the One Piece?
Nope.
Whoa! That is awesome.
Just, again, casually dropped in this Monkey Kid set.
Oh, that is a cool piece.
It's a minifigure accessory.
That is awesome. That is really cool.
All right. Throw this on top.
Aquatix says, "Yo, I'm a bit late. No worries, Aquatix. Dragon's still working on his set, so you made it in time."
Yeah.
Red Raptor, good question. What's your favorite Marvel movie? It's got to be No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home was really good. Another new piece. We got this jetpack backpack accessory with 4 studs on the back.
Oh, nice. Outside of that, though, probably Civil War and Thor Ragnarok. I thought those were really good.
Like Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. That one was really good for me.
That movie was lit. I totally agree. Yeah. Although, actually, I figured that to mean MCU. But if it's just Marvel in general, Into the Spider-Verse is also up there, along with Logan.
Well, that is a part of the Marvel universe. Oh, you said MCU.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Marvel, but it's not MCU, so, you know.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what he was asking.
MCU.
Which is MCU?
Shang-Chi is MCU.
Oh, yeah. No. Into the Spider-Verse and Logan are not MCU.
Oh. Those ones are... Isn't Into the Spider-Verse as well?
No, it's the animated one.
That's why I was getting messed up.
And then Logan is part of the Fox universe.
Yeah.
Red Raptor says my favorite was Civil War 2. Civil War is just every time I go back and see it, because Marvel keeps adding more and more lore to that with every new Marvel movie. So that one just keeps getting better, I feel like.
All right. The last couple pieces, we're getting there.
I do not know where these pieces went. That's bizarre.
Which pieces?
The 2 pieces I was holding in my hand that I misplaced. It's one of these and one of these. I don't know where they went. I was just holding them because I'm at my I got stop motion stuff over here, so I was just holding pieces and fiddling with them. And then I looked at my hands and I was holding less pieces than I was before. So
gone, reduced to atoms. That's why I wasn't sitting properly, because I hadn't finished the bottom yet. Making the boost.
That would do it.
So in terms of pacing, Portal, what do you think the Lego's consistent strategy that they do is?
In like pacing when sets come out.
Or pacing how sets are built in terms of like bags?
I think it 100% depends on the theme, and I think the other thing that it depends on is kind of like how like the amount of pieces and also the type of pieces. Like for instance, glass pieces will go with the normal stuff, but if there's a lot of glass pieces, they'll usually give it its own separate bag so they don't get scratched by the bigger pieces.
Because what
Is
I
that what you
was
were looking for?
a little bit, because what I'm seeing here is we have the side builds obviously are built first so that you have something to play with while you're building
Oh,
the
I see
larger
what you
one.
mean.
And then I'm seeing that like larger side assemblies are made, and then the last bag, from what I've seen, has tended to be the finishing details that aren't like their own bag worthy, but they're still little things that need to be taken care of.
I totally agree with that. You usually do the smaller vehicles first, and in the first bag you usually get the main character, and then after that you'll often do the big main build of the thing, and then yeah, the finishing touches on everything at the end. Wiley says, "Oh my gosh, how are you still live?" Well, just keep breathing. Oh, like live on the live stream. Oh, I guess we just kept going. Dragon
I would
slowed down on the
say,
last bag.
yeah, it's because if I stopped streaming, I would continue building, and I would not be able to wait.
Good question. Off the top of your head, what's your favorite stop motion you've made?
Ooh, Portal Combat comes to mind, but I don't think I made that one as well as I would have liked to. I gotta say, in terms of the amount of effort I put into a stop motion, the stop motion where I literally spent an hour on each on like 4 frames to make like this anime finisher move effect. I like that a
That was
lot, but
cool.
that's because I spent so much time on it. What else?
My favorite one that comes to the top of my head, I think if I kept thinking it'd be something else, but is my recent Spider-Man versus Scorpion. Just because it was a longer one, and I had it was the first time I kind of used a fig that wasn't posable and kind of made it posable in just based off of camera shots. I think that was cool.
Well, yeah, I did love how you did that one. That was really good with the clay on the back in order to make it do the things you wanted it to do.
Thank you. That one I don't know if it was noticeable, but on the Kingpin video, I framed it to make Kingpin look slightly bigger. I thought it was cool, but going back, I'm not sure how noticeable it was. So that was one of those at the time I thought was cool, but now I'm like, it didn't come out how I wanted it to.
Yeah, and you get those a lot more than you get the ones that do come out the way you want to, unfortunately.
Yeah. I want to try out first person stop motion at some point. It's just is so different, and it's like I don't even know where to begin there. But I think it always looks cool when people do that.
I mean, we have done a first person stop motion before, the mech fight.
That's true.
That
is true.
That is a good one though. I think that's one of my favorites actually. Now that we mention it, that mech fight stop motion, even though it's older and it's like that older quality, I think we did so much with that one that sort of was like a transitional point, I'd say, because there was multiple shots which we used to not do. There was like different little cuts together, and all these little adjustments that I think made it so much better.
Yeah, I totally agree there. That one was lit. Oh, I realized last stream we ended 3 seconds before the 2-hour mark for some reason. I don't know why we did that, because I like the 2 hours is always nice to see, but literally 3 seconds before it was 2 hours, I ended the stream.
Throwing on these auxiliary boosters in this thing.
Lit. Can you make this sub 3 hours?
Ooh, yeah, definitely.
You
With
have
what
11
I'm
minutes
seeing
left.
in this bag. Yeah, this is not this might be a 5-minute thing. Because this is just the windshield, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what I'm doing now. I would like to say that the set would have taken me 2 hours to build if I wasn't streaming, but I don't think that's true. which is interesting because the just $100 one took me 2 hours, but this one for some reason is taking me a decent amount longer, which is I don't think this one was that much more expensive. So it might be the techniques that are being used.
It could be.
Because this one
Yeah.
does have, oh no, this one does have about 400 more pieces, so that makes sense.
Well, there you go. That would probably account for it. Wiley
Yeah,
says, how long has it been since we started? We started 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 56 seconds ago. So about 3 hours.
yeah, decent amount of time.
Indeed.
All right, throw this on there, put that on there. Just start speeding up in these last couple minutes.
Red
Yeah,
Raptor says, I've got to head off. Oh, no, you go.
yeah, we're definitely getting there. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. Red Raptor says, I got to head off. If you can check out my vid, see you next stream. We'll definitely, Red Raptor. Can't wait to see that contest entry. Thanks for coming along. Copper says, this is a first. Dragon up against the clock to finish a build. 10, 9, 8, 7. Yeah, Dragon's rarely up against the clock here. This will be interesting to see if he makes it. No stress. I'm like looking to try to see if I can see something that you like messed up, so I can like call that out after the time limit.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. It might. I don't think so, but
I don't think I'd be able to notice without the instructions.
yeah, this assembly here is pretty good. It's interesting. This like gold color has almost a wooden texture in the instructions, which I
Oh,
find.
really?
Yeah, if you look.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That is odd.
It's about the best they can do to replicate the sort of sheen that it has, but I mean, looks a little bit like wood to me.
Wiley says you could have done Thursday grind like 2 times in the span of time. Oh, sorry, it's only something Dragon would understand. Okay.
Yep. It's like, so imagine like closing for a restaurant, but like an entire like dining room, like big. We basically just like mopping out stuff.
For the dog place?
Yeah. No, for the camp that I work at.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's basically we mop up a floor like 3 to 4 times, and it's a grind that we do on Thursday, I'll tell you that. I always love when Lego makes their windshield more than just like the piece going on. There's like more added assembly that makes it a bit more complicated than that.
Yeah, and it always is like, whoa, there's something cool going on because it's now a cool shape instead of the same shape as every other build with a Lego windshield.
Yeah, that's definitely a smart move on their part.
Yeah, I agree. And when they do it, they usually pull it off. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, I found one of the pieces.
Oh, you did?
Nice. Yes. It was, you're not going to believe this, about 2 inches away from me.
Okay. So, technically speaking, I could finish this before you finish that.
Oh, no. The set's done. I'm just missing pieces that I've, like, just been grabbing. Nothing to do with the set. The set is fully finished.
Definitely.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm definitely not lying. No, I was missing one of these, which I used for kind of, I'm not even on the screen. One of these, which I used for kind of flying stuff, I was missing. And then I don't know what I did with the rest of these. I was holding them all.
Oh,
just
the
fiddling.
things that you were holding. Okay, that.
Yeah. It's always hard dropping. Oh my gosh, I found the other ones. Let's go. Boom. Dragon has less than 7 minutes left. Will he finish?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. This is the last 10 bricks.
Find out next time. Same batch.
Find out next time.
Same
We're going to
batch
stop
time.
streaming right now.
Yeah. Portal's going to end the stream to sabotage everyone. Specifically Dragon. Actually, not a bad idea.
Writes it down for later. Wait, hold on a second.
Every stream after that, too, I could be like, hey, remember that, Dragon, remember that time you couldn't finish the stream? And you'd be like, that's a good idea if I start to lose the race. I could be like, oh, whoops, the stream crashed. My bad.
The stream crashed, air quotation marks on the screen.
Oh, this is definitely how far I was along when we were done, the stream crashed. Definitely didn't build in between us restarting the stream. That would be cheating.
That would be cheating, and I don't do that.
I only cheat when I can't win, so.
That would mean I would be admitting defeat here. All right, got the first
Exactly.
card. And then this one has these two pieces. Yeah, so even with this, you have two of the same visors, but the cockpit's pieces are different. So it's not just like interchangeable, which is, I think, part of the fun.
That is cool.
All right, there we go. That would be the finished product.
Hey, we officially made it longer than I thought we would stream, which is lit. My alarm just went off to clean up the stream, which means good job. We did good.
Oh, that's where this goes. That's what I was messing me up. This goes there. This goes on. This windshield attaches by these two studs right here, and only those two studs. But with that, let's take a little zoom out on the full build.
If you were full screen?
Yep.
Wow,
Right.
that is cool.
Awesome. You'll notice one of the big play features is this fuselage. And like swirl out, so you can have like a nice clean one, or you can have the features inside. We got in here, got command deck, whole bunch of stuff. Up here we got seat for the pilot. We got this little loading dock with tools, fuel, like some levers, all the helmets, rotatable control computer, two radio towers with some stuff there. And we got the mini build, or rather the figures. We have 4 astronauts, one of which is May. The other one is Sandy in non-big fig form, which is interesting. We got a jetpack for those guys. We have Mr. Tang, I think is his name. And then Monkey Kid, obviously. We have right here, all in their spacesuit forms. There's enough helmets for them all to have space helmets on as well. We got a little moon buggy that came with, which I believe... Yep, that thing fits in one moment. So the jetpack goes up here and it clips onto there. And then we have the little speeder that goes in here. And you pop that in there. Do the whole hokey pokey and you turn yourself around.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Stick that in there. You can pop it onto the top, or you can just push this up. We've got the ring MacGuffin, which is over here, which is actually what goes in this bottom compartment right here. Just pop it on there, and then turn it around. All that gets hidden away nicely. And then finally, on the bottom, I believe. Oh, hold on. Where is it? Because I'm sure that they put a spot for the little thing to go. Well, it is pointing out that on the back, there's stuff here as well where you can contain, weapons and a spare bullet, I think is what they're pointing out. You can put this staff in there. Sorry. It's weird holding a camera while doing that. Put the extra shot in there, which is really nice that they include a spot for that. Oh, hold on. Put the one spot where it doesn't have linkage. And then I would assume that how is this made? I don't know where this guy goes. Go ahead and throw that down in the comments where you think he should go, because there isn't a specific spot for him. And there is this second connector up here, but he doesn't have a spot to connect to that, and it doesn't look like they have. I guess you can put Sandy's gun on there as well, right there. There's an argument to put May's sword in the back, but yeah, it's definitely a great set. All right,
I agree.
I'll throw it back to the regularly scheduled programming.
All right, we're going to go 60 more seconds, so we hit that 3-hour mark. Wiley asks, what happened in the split screen? I just was showing Dragon's screen since he had more stuff going on at the moment. Copper, totally agree with what Copper has to say. Thanks to everyone who chatted in the stream. You were all very civilized. Really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you guys for coming. Oh, I just thought of such a great idea. I wish I would have thought of that before the stream started. Dang.
What was that?
In the future, okay, in the future streams, when something like clippable happens for like oh my gosh, that is so creepy. Like that, for like a good shorts moment, if we just say market, I can write down the timestamp. And then when I download it, I can really quickly find those clips and turn them into shorts.
Ooh, that's good. I'm just gonna use this to cut out at 2 hour mark.
Oh, I like that. Hey, Darkroom96 is hi. Hey. We are about to end the stream. Perfect. I mean, not perfect timing, but yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please don't cut yourself. Hashtag sheer safety, everyone.